when you use promo code ESPN30. And you'll also score a free 3-pack of Iron Jock socks, a $25 value. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. We are live from the University Bookstore, courtesy of IKEA, who's making it easier now than ever to pick up your local orders from IKEA at the University Bookstore. It is a new pickup point, a wonderful partnership between IKEA, UW-Madison, and the UW Bookstore. To my right, in his Iron Jock gear, is Packer backer Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Oh, it feels so good to be back on the campus of UW Whitewater.
Wow.
I did an interview about Whitewater. UW-Madison, where I was a weekend warrior once in a while hanging out on campus at UW-Madison.
To my right as well is Brad Nortman, who somehow got stuck with the camera and everything that has to do with technology, which is not good news for anybody on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison.
You know, I am not what you would call a tech guy, but on YouTube you're going to see my beautiful camera work, which has all of our beautiful faces in it. Of course, the IKEA gear in the background. I'm telling you what, guys, being back in Madison, first day of classes, I just had to wander down to the basement of the bookstore where all the wonderful textbooks are. I found myself gravitating toward advanced economics, accounting 101. Oh, my gosh, the thrill. The thrill of a new semester is upon us. And the anticipation of learning is a feeling like none other, my
Brad,
friends.
do you like the smell of new book? Is that something you enjoy?
Oh, of course. Of course.
800-990-3776. Did you enjoy going to class as much as Brad Nortman just described his economics books? That's the Carbless Talking text line. And, of course, ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison. You're a full-on dork.
Well,
100%.
And I'm driving through, trying to find a place to park. I'm seeing all these kids walk to class. I thought, syllabus week, boys. Syllabus week, you're going to have all these exciting things that you're going to learn about. You're one person now. You'll be a different person in May because that brain has been worked. It's like a muscle. It's about to go through like boot camp here at University of Wisconsin. I love the learning, the excitement. I'm telling you, being back down in the basement.
He's not joking right now, pal. Do you
Thrilling.
see this and feel this?
He legitimately went downstairs and looked at some economics book.
I had to stroll the aisles.
No, I'm good. Once I was done, I was done. I did my little 6 years with the master's degree, and I said I ain't picking up a book.
Brad, what was your GPA?
3.7.
Ooh,
3.7.
Why couldn't you get a 4.0?
Well,
it's the University of Wisconsin, not the University of Wisconsin Whitewater.
The business school wasn't necessarily just handing out A's. It graded on a curve. We're only like 5%.
Kyle just put his hand up like UW Whitewater's got some of the hold against my prestigious university where I got a bachelor's degree.
No, it's not about where he got his degree. It's about your degree. I know they handed out grades for you. Handed out. If we could go back in time, UW-Madison would have to forfeit their national championship Final Four appearance when you were on the team if they found out the malarkey you had running.
Well, again, before I share any stories, has the statute of limitations passed?
7 years. Have you been out 7 years?
Yeah.
Well, there it is, buddy.
Is that true? Because
7 years for what? Some things there's an indefinite. But I think.
But I was reprimanded for something I did.
You were reprimanded.
Were you reprimanded, or did you violate?
Was it just this? Hey, Ben. Slap on the wrist. Don't do it again.
No. So right now I have written down my GPA was a 2.9.
2.9.
Oh, wow. That's actually not bad. Like, it's not great, but it's not bad.
For someone who doesn't even know what their degree is, that is
Did you fail a class?
No, I got 2 Ds in history. One was chemistry.
History?
No, two Ds in the history of my college career.
Oh. Okay. What were they in?
Chemistry.
Okay.
Not good with science.
That's
and I took a personal finance class online in the summer.
Why did you do that?
Because it was one of those where they said if you take it, it's probably going to get you an A.
That should be a softball.
Probably going to get
No. It was a softball, Brad. I had an A. I went to go take the final. I forgot to take the final.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I missed the final. You had to take the final within like these 3-day period windows, and I just
waited to the last day.
I just forgot.
You deserve. You deserve it.
Now wait. Now wait.
Yeah.
I emailed the professor and I said, I am so sorry. I cannot believe that I did not take this final. Is there anything? I'll take it this second. You send it. You open up. I'll take it right now. I'll come in and take it in person. I'll do whatever I can. She said, no, it's fine. This was like a Friday. I'll give you till Sunday at noon.
What? Wow, Sunday at noon?
Remarkably generous. Remarkably generous.
Driving back from my brother Jonathan's house, probably for a birthday party for one of his 4 kids. Was in the car with my dad, and I was like, oh, no.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
It was 3:30 in the afternoon, and I forgot to take the final again.
Oh, my goodness,
So what was
Ben?
an easy A turned into without the final. I did so well, I got a D.
Wow.
I don't know how I didn't get failed.
That
I don't know
class.
how I didn't get failed.
That you deserve to fail. This is what Ben Brust gets away with things unscathed too often, and now the same thing happens when you're 34 years old.
Hey, well, so with this isn't
another extension.
One teammate of mine and a hockey player, we were in first aid class.
What is that?
God. How did these classes? I love the University of Wisconsin. How do these classes exist?
A 2-credit first aid class. So, like, learning, like, I don't know, like, if there's a victim and you approach, what should
16
you
weeks of class?
What should you do? Like,
victim of what?
It's like The Office when they learn about CPR. Staying alive.
So this is a once-a-week class?
No, that's twice a week.
Twice a week for how many weeks?
for the whole semester.
Bro, that
what'd you get in that
CPR class? A 4-hour class.
So I'm so mad about this.
That was first aid in general. What happens if if I get impaled with a knife? What would you do first?
Don't ask
in the
that.
stomach.
You don't pull it out.
Don't ask that.
Oh, then what?
You call 911.
Oh my gosh!
That's what they taught you.
Whatever you do, just call the authorities.
Dude, he learned a 3-digit phone number over the course of 3 months.
So wait, it gets better. That was my best semester of school ever. You needed to be above a 3.5 in the semester to be all academic Big Ten. But in first aid, somebody gave us an assignment, and I tried to take it and make it in my own words, and I got a big slap on the wrist because that is plagiarism.
I should say so.
And that bumped me from because all 3 of us had too many similar things, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
That dropped me from an A-B because it was A-B, B-C.
Yeah.
It threw me to a BC. So I ended up with a 3.45 semester GPA. If I didn't get caught in first aid, I would have been all academic Big Ten.
Can I ask you a question?
All academic
You
Big
don't
Ten
deserve
Ben.
it. You don't deserve it.
So the world is just, Brad.
Wait. In that semester, did you not get caught doing some things you weren't supposed to in other classes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
now.
exactly. So you didn't deserve to get the 3.5.
Well, I don't remember the semester anymore. I just remember that hurting my. I would have been all academic Big Ten. Could you imagine that on a resume for me?
But you
Could you imagine that for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, which is at 3:00?
It would have been a forever.
One time, all academic Big Ten member Ben Brust from the University of Wisconsin.
It would have been a forever black eye on this fine institution. Fine institution. But I can't give you too much hard time for taking an easy class. I took
relaxation class.
That's
relaxation and breathing
I
techniques.
took a one credit canoeing
Josh
class.
Gosser and I would give each other massages.
This is a prestigious institution, but I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if y'all need to be having relaxation class, first aid,
and breathing techniques.
A one credit canoeing class in the summertime.
Oh my God!
You learn, starboard, port side.
See, I did a 4-credit independent study with Don Stanley where we met.
4-credit independent study
where I got an A, and we met once in the 8 weeks, and we went canoeing together at Mirror Lake.
Did you really?
Who's
Beautiful.
Who's this Don?
He was the Don of helping me get A's.
Well, Don
what was the independent study on? What did you spearhead on independently to study by yourself?
So I took his social media class, LSC 432, which actually was one of my favorite classes because we built a website. Strofe, you've seen my WordPress. You found that.
Yeah.
And then I was like a social media correspondent at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So I went for a race and I was tweeting out stuff. So I did stuff, but we only met one time and we went canoeing.
For 4 credits.
4-credit A, baby.
Man. 4-credit classes are expensive and very time-consuming.
It was very time-consuming, let me tell you.
Going to hang out. You met one time.
Yeah, first aid was the one that got away, man. All academic Big Ten Ben. I'll never forgive myself.
We were supposed to come here and highlight this great institution.
It is. It's a great partnership with the university.
And now you're just telling kids about how they can get by doing the least amount of possible.
Well, no, that's not the lesson here.
To
be fair,
I have a follow-up real quick.
As part of the real quick, so there's 120 credits to graduate. There's a chunk that's called electives. And if I'm a young student, I want to learn how to canoe, I want to learn how to do first aid, that is my prerogative and my elective that I can do that.
D's get degrees, folks.
Strophe.
I know we just kind of discussed it, but the 4-credit, what'd you call it? Study?
Independent study.
Did you know the professor?
Oh, yeah, I took 20 of my 120 total credits with him.
He cheated he cheated your way through school.
A sixth?
No.
An entire sixth?
No, I gave my best effort.
How much did you give him? How much did Big John pay him?
What was the independent study about?
I told you it was about an extension of my LSC 432 social media class, and I became a social media correspondent for a NASCAR race out in Indianapolis.
I
feel like that would take such little effort. Little effort.
I had to travel. I had my own spot in the media center. I tweeted out some pictures, and I put together a report.
Credentialed for that.
And I put together a report.
Ben Brust.
And I submitted it, and we went canoeing, and life went on.
People find him to be very likable somehow.
Somehow.
Well, some people. Remember, it's not everybody. Some people.
Find the right one. Look at you.
The beauty of education.
He's made it this far in life, and he's very successful.
Thank you, Kyle.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves there.
You know how I know he's successful? He gave me a gift for Christmas this year. That's how I know he was successful.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I counted up what your gift was, and it was like a $17 total.
Why are we comparing? This is the thought.
Wait, you guys got each other gifts for Christmas?
Strofe, I gave you something.
No, I know you did.
No, I was Santa Claus this year, and none of you guys gave anything.
To be fair, that would be something that you would normally discuss. Like, are we exchanging gifts? Ben generously gave us a gift, but I felt a little bit empty-handed. I felt a little bit bamboozled. Now I'm in debt to Ben.
So if I gave them gifts two years in a row, and they gave me nothing 2 years in a row, so I decided this year we're taking a year off.
Yeah,
all right, we're back on it next year.
I didn't even consider it.
Well, you shouldn't. I know how much you get paid.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace.
You don't know how much I
mean,
I get a general idea. Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show. We're live from the University Bookstore. IKEA has a wonderful new partnership. If you're an IKEA family member, if you have a student here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, as Brad was talking about, being at the bookstore, you can buy things off IKEA, and this is a new pickup point. It's free pickup for IKEA family members, and it's free to join IKEA. margarita as a family member. So it is a great partnership. You must get involved. And obviously we got a lot to get to as we try and figure out the direction of the Green Bay Packers post Jeff Hafley. I thought Mark Tauscher was really interesting in the way he pushed back on Jason a little bit about Jeff Hafley. I do want to listen back to Tausch on Wilde and Tausch earlier today. But first, Brad, what would you be drinking back in the day if it was around?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if I was a student here on campus, it would be only one thing, no matter what bar. I saw several bars that I used to go to, whether it be picking up and enjoying it in my house, my apartment, whatever it is. It'd be an ice-cold Carbless. Carbless defines a good time. You have a good time right here in Madison if you're a student. Listen up. You're going to be wanting to enjoy that second semester if you're of 21 or older. And if you are anywhere, it is the perfect companion to enjoy, whether you're watching sports, hanging out, relaxing, cozying up in this cold weather. Ice-cold Carbless gives you that refreshing sip that you're always looking for. For a flavor, man, the flavor is off the charts. All you have to do is taste it, and you know that this is just built different. This week, highlighting margarita. It's a little cold outside. We need some warmth in our life, so margarita is that flavor that just absolutely nails it. It's my OG. It's the first one that I ever tried. It's what made me fall in love with Carbless, and there's falling in love with the guilt-free nature of it. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten, just 100 calories and the absolutely perfect Goldilocks amount of carbonation. So this week, I want you to go out there, grab a margarita, make it feel like we are in a warm environment, and as you sip it, enjoy the ice-cold Carbless, because less is more with Carbless.
We will dive into life without Jeff Hafley next on Kyle Brust Nortman live from the UW Bookstore. It's KBN.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
We need the final end here.
Yes, we do, Jason.
Oh, okay. Screw you, Ben Brust.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home, Blow, and Bailey Combs. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette pulled out a 105-104 overtime thriller over Providence. The Golden Eagles improved to 7-13 overall and 2-7 in Big East play with a gutsy win at Fiserv Forum. Royce Parham, one of 5 MU players to hit double figures on the night, finished with 18 points and 4 blocks in a battle to the final buzzer.
James, Marquette down a point. Gives inside to Parham. He'll stop it. You can't do better than that. Marquette up a point.
Up next, Marquette hits the road Friday night to take on Butler in Indianapolis. Tip-off is set for 7.
Network Health knows that good health knows no age limit. That's why they offer superior local health plans for individuals of all generations. Whether you're a young professional, a growing family, or enjoying your golden years, plan is designed to meet your unique healthcare needs. For more about Network Health's business, individual, or Medicare Advantage plans, call Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Eric, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Matrix Basements.
Marquette pulled off a wild one at Fiserv Forum, beating Providence 105-104 in overtime thanks to a career night from Nigel James Jr., who dropped in 38 points and dished out 8 assists in a gutsy performance. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of his freshman point guard.
He did just a really good job playing with poise, and it is not easy when you're playing almost 42 minutes. We're asking you to guard, and I just thought he got stronger as the game went on, which is rare for a freshman.
The Golden Eagles improved to 7-13 overall and 2-7 in Big East play, snapping a 3-game skid and getting balanced offense from 5 double-digit scorers. Up next, Marquette hits the road Friday night to face Butler, looking to build on this dramatic win.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Matrix Basements. Visit gomarquette.com/matrix to enter to win 4 tickets to National Marquette Day Saturday, February 7th, when Marquette hosts Butler.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from the University Bookstore in Madison, a new IKEA pickup point for you. It is Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. And I forgot to mention, Alex Strofe is at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. He is in the same city as us. So we have the temporary Carbless Talk and Text line. Same one Wilde and Tausch will use in the mornings. 844-770-3776. That's 844-770-3776. But if you do text the 800 number, I will see those as well. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And what is life like without Jeff Hafley? I think before discovering what life is like without him, I found it interesting as Wilde and Tausch from 9 to noon across these various stations were discussing what life was with Jeff Hafley.
Communication is good, and it's important, and I don't want... Joe Barry sucked in front of the microphone. He didn't care. It wasn't part of his deal. And he was not a great coordinator. But this idea that we just had Buddy Ryan here winning a championship, or Rex Ryan, or whoever was the coordinator for the Ravens, or Monte Kiffin, like, that's not who we just had. We had a coordinator that was really good at certain things. He obviously was better with Micah, but this defense, just like Joe Barry's defense did against Tampa and Carolina at the end of his tenure, stunk. At the end, when we needed it, they gave up 25 points in the fourth quarter to the Bears and had one of the worst performances we've ever seen at Lambeau Field.
So that is in reference to the Ravens game. Now, for full context, I thought Tausch did a great job of providing insight on this. He's not anti-Jeff Hafley. I think the point he was trying to make is there's a little bit of an overcorrection right now of what Jeff Hafley was as a whole. Now, if you look at from Pettine to Barry to Hafley, Tausch was saying he's better, but he wasn't that great at Boston College. He clearly didn't want to build in the NIL era. He was good for the Green Bay Packers, no doubt. We'll see what he is in Miami, but is there an opportunity to maybe even upgrade from what Jeff Hafley was at the defensive coordinator position? So I guess I see Chef Ed on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Hafley's going to stink down in Miami.
Oh, Chef Ed is pessimist beyond.
But
Negative
the overall
Nelly.
question is were the Green Bay Packers under Jeff Hafley like as good as they should have been?
I think they were really good. Good to really good is where I'd put it, which is the theme of this whole organization, whether it be Matt LaFleur or Brian Gutekunst. It's good to really good. Now, Jeff Hafley was a step improved from Mike Pettine and Joe Barry. Because I think that when you look at this defense, I think there are certain things that are inarguable. They hit harder. He schemed pressure. He set the tone. And at least in 2024, they were a turnover machine, which means putting guys in the right situation. Now, they were a top 10 defense in 2024. And this previous season, they were trending to be a top 10 defense until Micah Parsons got hurt. Sort of the floodgates opened, and they ended up somewhere in the middle of the pack. So when it comes to Jeff Hafley, I think that he did a service to this team to set a tone, a new tone for this defense that we haven't seen since the Super Bowl years, since Dom Capers and Clay Matthews and Charles Woodson. So he was a part of resurrecting a hard-hitting, more intense tone on the defense, which the defense has been a sieve for like 10 or 15 years. So I do think that it'll be hard to replace him. Now, he is replaceable. I'm looking at names that are available. Sean McDermott, my old DC in Carolina, obviously Buffalo Bills head coach, Raheem Morris. There are a lot of Brian Flores is a free agent. There are a lot of guys. Yeah, cool. There are a lot of guys that I think would be equal, maybe even a little bit better than Jeff Hafley. But early reports are there's a lot of different names being tossed out there for the Packers. For me, this is no time to try somebody new for Matt LaFleur. Go with someone who is tried and true, respected, who's seen it all, who's ready for a Super Bowl run. If you do that, if you hire those main guys, I don't think the drop-off will be that big. But there's no doubt. Hafley, he had the guys hit harder, they played harder, he was able to scheme up pressure, set the tone, and turnovers in 2024 was one of the lead stories. So he was good to very good, but let's not pretend like Jeff Hafley is just grow on the tree. I don't think they're everywhere, and I think the Miami Dolphins saw that with hiring him as the head coach.
Yeah, see, when I look at Jeff Hafley, I know he allowed for the Green Bay Packers to leave there. He left his imprint on what this Packers team is defensively. Brad, you spoke to it so well, is that this team plays with aggression, they fly around, they play with the attitude, they play with the edge. Now, that doesn't mean that this is the greatest defense of all time, but it 100% is a Green Bay Packer defense that improved. You talked about the turnovers last year, but the heart that they play with. Yes, they had some down games, but when you look up and down their schedule, the defense kept this team in a lot of games. The Green Bay Packers never really got blown out this season outside of the game against the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm not counting the Vikings game, but outside of that game, the Packers were in every single game, and the defense played a big role in the majority of those games. The way that they were able to respond without having Micah Parsons right away the week against the Chicago Bears, where the defense wasn't the problem, if you ask me, it's the fact that we had bad special teams that put them right back on the field, and then they end up getting back on the field again too quickly, where they were just exhausted and they were gassed. We talked about how good the Chicago Bears running game was. The defense stepped up in the biggest moment. So overall, Jeff Hafley did an excellent job boosting this defense, but more importantly, developing an attitude and character for this team. So that is why I believe
attitude and character would carry into the spot that you were most frustrated in the Ravens game. Attitude and character doesn't let the Ravens come in and do what they did.
People have stinkers. I mean, it happens.
But they were playing for the number one seed or the division, which we all talked about, and we all knew the Bears could lose the last two games. And then the Packers go out there against the Ravens with Snoop Huntley, and obviously Derrick Henry was going to get the ball.
I mean,
that's unacceptable.
But the following week, the Green Bay Packers, with all backups, allowed a Vikings team, which isn't great.
Who gives a damn at that point? That is irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant because they went out there.
It is irrelevant.
They had their best players out there.
It was a bizarre outlier. I will say. Like that.
Exactly.
That was.
But it can't happen in that scenario.
It can't happen. And there's a lot to play for. Right. But that wasn't characteristic of his 2 years.
Oh, hilarious. But overall, for me, the great thing about this is the player development that we have, that he left the Packers better off than what he found them. Mm-hmm. And we have young, emerging stars, and we have already solidified stars on this defense, where we had two guys that were all pros on this defense. You know, when you look at Javon Bullard, you feel good about him. You look at Evan Williams, you feel good about him. You look at Edgerrin Cooper, you feel great about him.
I agree with overall, List Kyle here. I know you're gonna list. I love when List Kyle comes up.
Yeah, because you feel good about this.
No, yeah, the conversation I was just making was he as good as it was made out to be?
Yes, he was.
I think it's probably somewhere in between the he's great and next thing you know he's got a head coaching job, but ultimately, as you said, it was better than it was before he got there. Which leads me to the most important point about all this is you can't take a step back, obviously, at the defensive coordinator position, but what Matt LaFleur can do now is utilize, I had a guy come in. He has Micah Parsons, the Evan Williams that you're mentioning, the Xavier McKinney's, the Edgerrin Coopers. There's talent. There is talent, and this defense showed what they're capable of under Hafley. If somebody can come in, hopefully with head coaching experience, because you need a leader of the defense. Matt LaFleur is not good enough as a head coach, as we know, to be able to manage both of them. He needs offense. Someone needs to just handle defense. So you need somebody who's going to come in there who hopefully has head coaching experience or is just a straight leader and that will own that defense so he doesn't have to think about it as much.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Matt LaFleur, like, I respect Matt LaFleur's offensive brain so much. And I do think people like playing for him. I think they like working for him. I think he can be a little bit too easy on his coaches and players. But the reality is you can get away with an offensive mind and a talented quarterback like Jordan Love. You can't get away with any level of softness or lack of intensity on defense. Whoever he brings in, he's got to be intense. He's got to be a leader of men. He's got to set the tone, and he needs to scheme against these really high-caliber offenses because you're facing Kevin O'Connell, you're facing Ben Johnson. You're going to have to go through Sean McVay and all these guys that are really, really smart that scheme up very well. It's not easy to find that guy. It's not easy to find the intense leader of men who can also scheme up really well. Because let's be honest, guys, it's not like this Packer defense is just awash with talent, especially in the front seven.
We talked about the defensive interior and cornerbacks enough.
Yep.
That needs to be fixed. I don't know how they fix it.
It needs to be fixed, but it's not going to be easy to fix. So that's why you have to have some level of scheme to be able to make up for the Packers' deficiencies. Micah Parsons helps. Great safeties helps. Edgerrin Cooper helps. But there are too many holes on this defense to where you think anyone can walk in and be successful. That's just not the case.
I think this is an interesting comment to speak to the progression of defensive coordinators. And I actually think Mike Pettin might have been a little underrated. Obviously, the performances in 2019 were Raheem Mostert ran for 1,000 yards against them. And then, again, it's hard to put it on him. I mean, Kevin King play was bad, but they did turn over Tom Brady with 3 interceptions that game. Joe Barry was a big-time fall-off from Pettin. But this right here from Derek, it was refreshing to watch the Packers defense for once, and I think that is very true that you can say under Jeff Hafley and that you can look to build on with the pieces and with the certainty, I guess, you have with Matt LaFleur as head coach. Now, we are Kyle Brust Nortman live from the University Bookstore. It is a new pickup point for IKEA. You can become an IKEA family member for free, and customers who join get free access to great benefits, rewards, exclusive discounts, free local order pickup, and more. This is a great new partnership between IKEA and the University Bookstore. There's IKEA chocolate that we have here that Brad tells us is just delicious and healthy, and also delicious.
Yes.
We got some. It almost feels like we're in IKEA at the bookstore in this spot where you see the IKEA signage. So a great partnership. Again, sign up for IKEA family for free. I don't know what the heck is coming up next. All I know is that Brad and Strofe are talking about it. It is labeled on my show sheet as Baby Bird.
Baby Bird.
This is a little Strofe brainchild, which I rubber stamped. That's
not saying much coming from you. You rubber stamp everything Strofe does.
Everything he does is brilliant.
Yeah, that's what makes Brad my best friend. Me and Brad.
And they both think everything that they do, Kyle, is going to be great.
Yeah,
great. Kyle and I will be the judge along with KBN Nation.
That's what best friends are for.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Coming up next.
We're best friends.
Baby Bird on Kyle Brust Nortman. About the Packers defense, I think, next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruber Offices. One call, that's all.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
Homer here with a message about 3 Pillar Senior Living Communities located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. 3 Pillar Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. 3 Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You gotta go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on 3 Pillars at 3pillars.org.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
In Madison with the brand new IKEA pickup point at the University Bookstore on State Street, which is where we are at, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman today, which means it can be even more hassle-free for you. Go to IKEA.us, IKEA app, pick out what you want, and if you're an IKEA family member, you will get free pickup here at the new pickup point. It's great for moms and dads who can order from home, and then your kids can pick it up at the pickup point that we are at today at the UW Bookstore. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We got the full crew together. Strofe is also in Madison at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison Studios, and he wants to talk already.
I just owe you an apology. It's been a while since I've been in the studio, and I may have clicked the wrong button when you started talking. We heard everything about IKEA and the University Bookstore, but I missed maybe the first 5 seconds because I clicked the wrong button. Pat on the back to me.
All right, I think everyone could have gone without the 5 seconds of.
That was for you to break in with, huh?
Yeah, that was it.
I have realized that.
Oh God!
Me, all my woes.
Yeah, no.
My issues, my problems.
844-770-3776 is the temporary carbless talk and text line. As somebody's wandering through the IKEA area, which is very smart, some really cool stuff back there.
Very cool.
And it's time now to toss it over to Alex Strofe for whatever this baby bird segment is.
Yeah, me and my best friend Brad Nortman have a few thoughts. Best friend. We're best friends. So me and my best friend Brad Nortman were talking a little bit before the show, and this is what I've come to the conclusion on when it comes to Matt LaFleur. So rather than, and Brad had asked me, he said, why do you think, Strofe? Because you're so smart and so in touch with the Green Bay Packers.
So smart. The first person I go to for Packer wisdom, Alex Strofe.
Right,
please
shut up and do the baby bird.
We're getting there. Would you let us? So he said, Strofe, what the heck do you think is going on here? Why hasn't he made any changes outside of obviously Jeff Hafley willingly leaving? And what I've landed on, fellas, is the following. I believe that Matt LaFleur, during the last 2 seasons, when Adam Stenavich has been the offensive coordinator, he has been the mother bird. Matt LaFleur has been. And Adam Stenavich has been the baby bird. And what do mother birds and baby birds do? Well, mother birds feed their baby birds to make them stronger and make them look better as they are in their youth. So as Adam Stenavich has been in the youth of his offensive coordinator tenure, Matt LaFleur has actually been the guy that's propped him up, made him look better because LaFleur is the play caller. But eventually, fellas, what happens to the baby bird with the mother bird? The mother bird kind of sticks her wing out and says, hey, baby bird, go fly from the nest. Go show everybody that you can fly and you can eat on your own. That's what Matt LaFleur, my theory is, doing to Adam Stenavich this offseason. He's going to say, hey, Adam, rather than me firing you and admitting that you can't fly and letting you fall gracefully from the nest, I want you to go out on your own and go be a play caller and go get a job so I don't have to fire you. Rather than you looking bad and getting fired, you look good in that you've got promoted. You are the baby bird that is being nestled from the nest and flying on your own. And that way, Matt LaFleur, rather than firing anyone, can have his hand pick at a new offensive and a new defensive coordinator because those guys were just so successful underneath the mother bird that they've gone out on their own.
All right, if I hear mother bird and baby bird one more time, I see where you're going with, Strofe.
It's a damn good analogy, isn't it?
No, it was stupid.
It was so stupid.
If I may,
Brad,
it was beautifully.
you
It was a
30
beautiful
seconds.
rendition. It was wonderful. The problem is, as Matt LaFleur, the mother bird, has been regurgitating offensive game plans to Adam Stenavich, the baby bird. He doesn't know how to make his own food. So the problem is when he nudges him out of the nest, he's going to go right down to the ground. And there's another bird that mama bird needs to pay attention to. It's the dodo bird over there on the other side of the nest. She needs to take her eggs and chuck them at Rich Bisaccia bird to make sure he gets out of the nest. It's plenty of time for him to go. So there are these birds that they just got to fly. They got to fly the coop. They got to fly the coop and let them fall.
Let me simplify this. Instead of a mother bird and a baby bird, Matt LaFleur needs to fire Rich Bisaccia and Adam Stenavich, and you want him to do it in a soft way because that's the way he likes to do things.
Whether they can fly or not, they've been at home too long. Kick their ass out the nest.
That's what I'm saying.
And if they splat, they splat. We want new birds.
And
Go
also,
adopt
from a Stenavich standpoint, you guys are like, oh, I'm not going to do this. I want to do this in a good way. I'm going to let you fly. How many times have we seen Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, or anybody in the NFL say, Adam Stenavich is being requested to interview, to call plays because he's ready to fly.
And here's the next layer of this mama bird, baby bird analogy, is that the NFL is like the Wild, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
It's aggressive. It's Darwinian. It's scary.
Darwinian.
And if you're not able to, be able to bring your own survival instincts, you're going to die. And I feel like Matt LaFleur, as Mama Bird, tries to put his mama wing around his birds too much. They're trying to coddle them, shelter them, go easy on them. But in the long run, that just hurts the nest, and it hurts their ability to survive out in the wild.
A couple of things here. Josh DiMaggio says perhaps the worst take ever. No more Strofe Brad ideas. Bad judgment. Joseph says, I'm with Strofe and Brad. This is brilliant. Are you team baby bird, mama bird? I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. Or are you team that
feels good,
stupid?
Doesn't it? It feels good.
It does feel good.
I can't wait. Just got there way quicker. Matt LaFleur needs to get rid of the two people that are potentially holding him and the Green Bay Packers
but
back.
What you're missing in the analogy, Ben, is that rather than making them look bad by them getting fired, he is saying,
who cares about the damn feelings? This is a business. This is the NFL.
No, but it makes him look better too. It makes him look like the nurturing mama bird. It makes him look like
I don't need my head coach to be a nurturing mama bird. I need my head coach to be a dog.
You're not listening.
Other birds
it makes him look better if they go get promotions. It makes LaFleur look good.
And other birds may flock to that nest, knowing that they have a maternal mother to put their arms around them.
First and foremost, don't nobody want that ugly bird of Adam Stenavich as an offensive coordinator. He's not desirable. Nobody wants him. So that's one thing that ain't going to happen. And secondly, listen, every bird wants to be on one of the 32 coops or whatever they call nests that they have out there. You mean to tell me some young, innovative, hungry mind wouldn't want to take that job because, he didn't cultivate and pet that bird nicely? No. Everybody wants the opportunity to be able to work with a winning organization. Everybody wants to take the same path that Jeff Hafley did. Jeff Hafley took a risk by going from a head coach in college to being a defensive coordinator in the NFL, and 2 years later he is a head coach in the NFL. That is what the Green Bay Packers can do for you. Adam Stenavich has shown to us that he ain't got it.
It's more likely that Adam Stenavich is going to be an O-line coordinator than an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he'll be a run game coordinator.
We want to nurture him to his fall from grace.
Not every nest and not every mama bird are created equal. And if you have a choice between a cozy, safe, comfortable, protected nest or a nest where you might just get kicked out at any second, I think I'm going to choose the cozy nest.
Let's go to Josh in Kenosha. God bless you for even listening to this. You're up on the Carbos Talk.
Beautiful, Strofe. Brilliant.
Thank you, best friend.
Ben, this one is for you and Kyle. Even though I love Strofe and Brad, we need less Birdman and more Nerdman.
Yeah. And Strophus.
No,
we can do without any Strofe.
I'm just going to say this. That might be my best analogy of all time.
That was bad. That was one that we could just hang it up and
I don't
never do it
understand what you don't understand about what makes that analogy brilliant. Brad, my best friend Brad is a genius. This is a guy that gets it. Kyle, Ben, idiots.
What makes it worse is that it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
It's stupid. Like, why are we trying to coddle Adam Stenavich, and why are we talking about birds to do it? If he was a good bird, then maybe, but this is all dumb. There's a better way to do it.
You guys are missing the part, though, that it does make Matt LaFleur look better if those guys take jobs on their own. And I'll
but it's not going to happen. So we're just talking about something that's
wait. So why is it that the bird of Jeff Hafley
half of the head coaching openings haven't even been filled yet, let alone the offensive coordinators?
Why did Hafley not have to be coddled the same way you want to coddle the offensive coordinator in Stenavich?
His wings, because they're no good. Jeff Hafley's wings grew strong quickly. He is a rare bird.
Because he took the defense without Matt LaFleur and did it himself.
Hafley got here.
He didn't even need the mama bird. He did it himself.
He said, I'm going to go get that worm. I don't need your regurgitation.
Exactly. And meanwhile, you're worried about coddling people that don't need coddling.
Growing in relevance.
Right. Can you do this, Kyle? Because wait a minute. Because Joe Barry got fired. He got kicked out the nest, and we found somebody else. Hafley didn't say, I don't want to go there because Joe Barry got fired. This is
Matt
stupid.
LaFleur looks so bad for not coddling Joe Barry on the way out.
He did keep him another year longer than he should have.
The thrill of a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, or a buzzer-beating 3 is way better than any feeling that I just felt in the last 15 minutes. And you can experience that at Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee. The sports book is amazing. Dozens of sports betting kiosks, amazing drinks, luxury seating, great food, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Win some bets. More info online. Must be 21 years or older to enter the casino. A real content creator will be joining us next, and that is the Hall of Famer, the Super Bowl champ, host of Wilde and Tausch, Mark Tauscher, joins us next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Well, the dance floor specifically. I'm still sore, man. I dance my booty off.
Well, you don't have muscles. You don't have a booty, so I don't know how you dance that. You dance your back off. Your back.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way, I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit BigFishContracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
When your car or truck needs service, you should take it to a specialist. I'm Deb Cruz, president of the Auto Dealers Association of...
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
4 years, it's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to raise a toddler into a kindergartner, to train for something big and become someone new.
Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is offering 0% interest for 4 years, so you can invest in your home and use your hard-earned savings for life's biggest moments. Offering Pella exclusive features like blinds between the glass and customizations to match every home style. We believe in providing our customers with the highest quality products and top-notch service at a price you can afford. Tested, safe, durable, and backed by a limited lifetime warranty, Pella is rated #1 for craftsmanship, innovation, and exceptional design.
So aim high and think long-term when setting your New Year's resolution. And imagine what you can accomplish in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella Windows and Doors Wisconsin. Start your journey today at PellaWI.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle, Brust and Nortman live from University Bookstore off of State Street, celebrating a great new partnership with IKEA. It's a new Madison pickup point, so if you are a parent with a student at the University of Wisconsin, you can order from IKEA in Oak Creek, and if you are a family member, they can pick it up right here in Madison for free. And they also have partnerships with TaskRabbit to help put things together. If they are like me and not very handy, that would be coming handy if I was a student. So just an FYI if you want to use that. Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is the Packer Hall of Famer, Ierman Wilde and Tausch, Mark Tauscher. What's going on, old T?
Good afternoon, boys. How are we?
Doing well, Tauschi.
In your stomping grounds.
Yeah, I found it very interesting hearing the conversation between you and Jason Wilde. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is it fair to say that Jeff Hafley has been an upgrade from Pettine and Barry, but maybe not to the degree that some people make it out to be?
I mean, listen, I think we all looked at the Hafley experience in a positive way, right? Nobody is saying anything other than that. His tenure, we did a little Digi-only commercial break, which was fun, that Jesse put from 2000 to 2000 till this last season ended. And we kind of looked at the coordinators, and Don Capers won a championship. and he was here for a long tenure, so he is obviously going to get the top slot, even though people wanted him fired for years. He has the top slot. And then I think Jeff Hafley is the second on that list because his numbers and, I think just the overall vibe. But my point was, when you look at points against and takeaways, is it that much different than what we saw? The numbers will tell you that it was better than the Joe Barry era, no doubt. But this group wasn't as dominant. After 2 weeks, I was looking at this group like, wow, this could be a really special group. And I thought they had their moments, but they also had moments that you just want to forget. And great defenses, especially in big games, the Ravens, Tampa, the defenses that led their teams to championships, you don't have those days. And unfortunately, Jeff Hafley's group did have that. So I think that's a fair assessment that it was a good run. And I think he had obviously branded himself and, with his stuff with the media, he is a really likable guy, and I think that helps too. And I think the overall time in Green Bay was good, but it wasn't probably as great as maybe we all lead it on to be.
Tausch, Matt LaFleur got his extension, of course, so he'll be back next year. But how long does Matt LaFleur, in your opinion, get before he gets the Sean McDermott treatment and he has to be at a Super Bowl? How long does he get before he has to be in a Super Bowl, before Ed Policy says, you know what, we got to go in a different direction, kind of like what happened to Sean McDermott?
Well, obviously, Mr. Policy decided that he likes the direction of where this is going, and he wanted Matt LaFleur, he wanted Goody, and he thinks that this thing is going the right way and that injuries derailed this season. And I think you can make a good argument. As far as, Matt LaFleur and what his range is, when they went and got Micah Parsons, they had a 4-year window. And there's going to have to be contracts redone, et cetera, But you have your game changers, and when you sign Tucker Kraft, you have a 3-year window here. And if things go south, I think you could look at a 2-year window. But as long as you're seeing progression, as long as you're seeing this team get better and have opportunities to maybe host playoff games, and we need to win a division. That needs to be the starting point for any goals that are being set for next year's team. But I think Matt LaFleur's window now, I think you're looking at 3 years and evaluate it very hard after every season.
Yeah, Tausch, what's next for Matt LaFleur? Do you think we need to have 3 new coordinators heading into the 2026 season?
I do. I think, obviously, defensive coordinator, I would have been more than happy if Jeff Hafley stayed. But as far as you just get the sense there's a little tension, and I don't know if Adam Stenavich is going to be back. I would bet that he probably isn't. And I thought one of the things Jason told me today is that the overarching feeling is that Rich Bisaccia is going to be back, which I'm quite frankly a little bit surprised by. Yeah, he's got, and the messaging is, well, he's really a trusted figure in that building. He helps Matt LaFleur, and that's great. He should be an advisor to Matt LaFleur. That doesn't mean he needs to run the special teams because, I don't know if things are going to change, but I know this. You have 3 years of special teams under Rich Bisaccia, and I don't think anybody's that excited about it. And what's going to change? You're going to have to bring in a competition at kicker. You need to get a punt returner. That has to be at the top of the list of things you need to get improved. So the Rich Bisaccia deal, if he is a valued assistant that Matt LaFleur needs to have, great. You can still go get another special teams coach and have Rich do his role, and I think we'd be fine with that.
Talking with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And Tausch, I'm not asking the Badgers to go 16-0, but after seeing how quickly Curt Cignetti was able to turn around Indiana in the 4th year of Luke Fickell, with all the action that's been going on in the transfer portal for the Badgers, and after listening to Mason Posa on the jump around on 100.5 ESPN Madison's YouTube, is it bowl game expectations or college football expectations, football playoff expectations for the Badgers next year?
I'm really interested. I think we're going to have Luke Fickell on our show on Thursday. I know he's doing a press conference, I think either later today or tomorrow. And I am fascinated to ask that question because I don't know. I know what I'm thinking. I think we obviously need to make a big improvement off of what last year was, and I think that includes a bowl game. But if you all remember, the expectation game is a huge deal. And when more.
Taushi, unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. I don't know what's going on with the phones. You want to effort with him, Alex Strofe?
One question I have for Taushi after he's done with this one. What was Taushi's favorite class here at University of Wisconsin? We were swapping stories of canoeing class and first aid. I'm curious what old Taushi's favorite class here is University of Wisconsin.
I'm sure Alex Strofe is efforting, and we will get into that, and Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is coming up next. I would like to try and effort to get old T back, but, I mean, look, when you see a team like Indiana go from the doldrums to the top of the top.
Doldrums.
It was weird. It was
dungeon,
legitimately
hell.
They sucked.
Doldrums was the right word.
They hadn't won a bowl game since like the 80s.
It was legitimately weird to see the Indiana logo and jerseys on the field in a national championship. I loved it. Like, I was rooting hard for Indiana. It's great for the Big Ten. It's great for the
Three
sport.
straight Big Ten championships.
It is.
Three
it was
different teams.
Because we used to steamroll them, and this is completely different now.
You beat them 80 to 20 something. But the thing is it felt like I was watching NCAA college football. Like, this is like what you saw
you
in
took
video
over
game.
Dynasty mode?
Yeah, I didn't even want to take over Indiana in Dynasty mode. They were so bad. And so it's like, my goodness, that's what Cignetti was able to do in just 2 years. And for all the folks who going to say, oh, well, he had all this money. No, year one, he brought home.
JMU.
He brought
he didn't have
cats
money
from
year one.
James Madison University, and most of y'all don't know where the hell that's at. And he got those guys to compete. Even yesterday, he had some JMU guys making big plays for him. That is a guy that can coach. That is a guy that can develop.
Coach, develop, set culture, do everything.
Strophe, do we have an update from you at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison Studios? Can't be that long.
This buzzer.
That was a long buzzer.
We need to find a different buzzer. This one is too much, bro.
I don't like that whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
It sounds like your life is over. Like, not just beep. It's like, you're done.
Strofe, did you even try?
Did I try what? I called him twice. He didn't answer. I think Ben Brust has successfully pissed off the entirety of Wilde and Tausch in the last week.
That is true. That is true.
If Tauschy listened back, he would understand.
Yeah, that was not pretty. I didn't know what to do.
And of course, you guys are all wimps, so I had to be the one to say, all right, Tausch, like, we have to let you go because your connection's
That's your
bad.
job, man.
You're the point guard. I can't just interrupt and make decisions like that.
Come on now.
Don't let me start making decisions because I will.
Me over here.
I start cutting
Man of the house. Man of the house.
You need to start acting like the man of the house here.
Yeah.
Mini Brust.
Two things. Bisaccia comment there we have to revisit.
Yes.
If you could cut that with his bad connection, I'd love to replay it. Plus,
you had to ask him twice. Wait, did you say he will be back?
You had to follow up twice.
I had to make sure what I was hearing was true.
Why would we replay that?
Because it's great. It's great stuff, Strofe.
Bad interview etiquette 101.
But
Bisaccia
I said, wait, back? You say back? Baby got what? No.
We're not playing that back.
No, I think it'd be a great exercise, Strofe. So let's get to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, which is coming up next. You have to use the temporary talk and text line, the Carbus talk and text line today. That's 844-770-3776. So now we have Bisaccia, coordinators, Badgers, a whole lot to hit after Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. We got a good caller 5 because Strophe's got a sports center in Madison to execute. So caller 5, be there on the phone lines quick for Strophe. 844-770-3776. Again, a temporary Kyle Brust Nortman Carbless talk and text line. 844-770-3776. That is to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. I think I'm 0-2 on the year because the callers have been on fire. So maybe you can keep it going. 844-770-3776. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? In 2 minutes.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette pulled off a wild one at Fiserv Forum, beating Providence 105-104 in overtime. Thanks to a career night from Nigel James Jr., the freshman dropped 38 points and dished out 8 assists in a gutsy performance.
James, open three. Good. Got it. Unbelievable. They stole that three.
The Golden Eagles improved to 7-13 overall and 2-7 in Big East play, snapping a 3-game skid and getting balanced offense from 5 double-digit scorers. Up next, Marquette hits the road Friday night to face Butler, looking to build on this dramatic win.
Medicare can be confusing. It can be a lot to consider when you just want medical and financial security. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance keeps it simple. You have the freedom to see any doctor in the U.S. who accepts Medicare. Planning on moving? Your plan moves with you. Can't get much simpler than that. Call Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance. The intent of this advertisement is solicitation of insurance. Contact may be made by the insurer or a licensed agent. Neither Wisconsin Physician Service Insurance Corporation nor its agents nor products are connected with the federal Medicare program.
Rock a big win this January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $60,000 in prizes every week. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Plus, your January drawing entries all roll into an even bigger prize drawing in March. Rock on all month long, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Oh, you are kicking it with KBN here live from the University Bookstore in Madison, Wisconsin, just off of State Street. I am Brad Nortman. To my left is Kyle Wallace. Strolling the halls of the textbooks in the basement below us is indeed Ben Brust. And back at the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, at ESPN Madison, is the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, Alex Strofe. Now, we are here in Madison, and it's perfect that we're here on a Tuesday because it's the first day of classes. Syllabus week kicking off. Oh, boy, I can feel my blood pumping just thinking about all the knowledge these kids are going to learn. But knowledge, we'll see that Ben Brust, if he ever quite absorbed it, because it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Today, we have Chef Ed as our contestant. I'll tell you what, Kyle. We love Chef Ed, but he's like a
Chef Ed.
Chef Ed.
Chef Ed.
I mean,
come on. So what are we doing here? How did he get this number so quickly?
He was caller 5.
This is like a layup for Ben. Chef Ed, listen, I love you, Chef Ed, but you had your chance in 2024 and in 2023. Let other people beat him, okay? Just let it be Chef Ed.
Chef Ed's, he's like a non-conference opponent. That's who Chef Ed's like.
You
got to get a win. You got to get a win.
He gets paid to play. That's how bad it is. He's like FCS.
Chef, stand up for yourself, man.
Kyle, I'm here. Let me start off by saying, Kyle, I love you. But the reason I pick on you a lot through the text line is because go with a theory, go with an opinion, and stick with it. Don't be changing all the time.
Sure, Chef Ed.
Get him, Chef Ed.
Sure, Chef Ed. Chef Ed, can you at least today, Chef Ed, can you at least be Akron today? Can you be a MAC school today and not be some FCS bottom feeder
let's
school?
put up a fight today,
Come
Chef
on
Ed.
now.
What do you say?
Yeah, I'm good to go today.
Wait, before you go, Chef Ed, how'd you do the last 2 weeks?
Can we play the intro, Kyle?
No. I want to know how. No, I want to know how well he did the last 2 weeks.
I can't remember.
God, we're in trouble. Strofe.
I remember. He told me he got 13 of 15 last week.
Oh, of course he did.
All right, we're going to need double digits this week, Chef Ed. Strofe, let's spin it.
13 spot.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu.
Oh, that's right. It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. 15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if you get through the rest. Chef Ed, if you beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Ben is winless on the year, 0-2. His over-under for the year, thanks to AI, our trusty assistant, put him at a 12.5 over-under for the year. So far, trending for the under. Now, Chef Ed, reminder, if you don't know it, just say pass and move on to it. And we believe in you. Now, we are tracking both the caller and Ben on what they get for the whole year, so do not bring the average down, Chef Ed. Chef, are you ready? And who do you want to ask you the questions?
Brad, however you ask.
Okay, that sounds good, Chef Ed.
I wasn't be part of this debacle.
Chef Ed, you got this. Prove everybody wrong.
Prove me wrong,
We
please,
will get
Chef
started
Ed.
in 3, 2, 1. What do you call a word that has the same spelling but different meanings?
Homophone.
What part of the brain controls balance?
Equilibrium.
What symbol means and?
The at sign, the A with this,
What job reviews
plus.
Okay. What job reviews and verifies financial records?
Accountant.
What branch of science studies plants?
Photosynthesis.
What do you call a triangle with a 90-degree angle?
Acute triangle.
What natural material are pencils made from?
Lead.
What body of water separates Europe and Africa?
Does he not listen to the show?
The Euro.
What part of the cell contains DNA?
Pass. Chromosome.
What part of speech describes a noun?
Adverb.
What do you call a written agreement between two parties?
Contract.
What city is going to host the Super Bowl next month? What city is going to host the Super Bowl next month?
Tampa.
All right, so Chef Ed, before we let you go, how do you think you did? Chef Ed, how many did you get right?
I'm going to say 3 or 4.
I'm going to say that's totally wrong. You got 1 right.
1 right. 1. Oh, gosh. Can you go get Ben downstairs? Thanks for, he's just roaming the halls. Sorry.
What do we do here? Do we just act like he crushed it? Do we just tell him who he's playing?
Do we tell him
How
about we tell him who he's up against, but we jazz up?
Chef Ed, can we agree?
The only one he got right was contract.
Chef Ed, maybe we allow other people to give a try at being smarter than Ben Brust in 2026.
Oh, Chef Ed, we love you. You are a faithful KBN Nation citizen.
Did he say a euro is what separates?
Financially, maybe. What body of water separates Europe and Africa?
He said euro.
Bro,
oh my
isn't he a
gosh.
football fan? He didn't know where the Packers. He just got on me about the Packers. Doesn't he know where the Packers are going? Where they were trying to go this year?
I had a hard time getting through the questions, man.
All-time bad. Now, don't get me wrong.
Count.
The questions were hard today, but
they're hard questions. To Chef Ed's, this is not a double-digit type of day.
Well, some of them was a repeat that he didn't even.
I needed to crank up the difficulty because Dan and Sheboygan got 11 last week. Mark and Delafield got 10 2 weeks ago. We have totally swung the pendulum with a 1 spot today. That is going to affect the average.
We asked for him to be a max school. We thought he was going to be FCS. He was NAIA, not even D3. NAIA.
This is rolling in
terrible.
A WIAC school to Madison and saying, "Come on and compete." The problem is we've got our trusty part-time from ESPN Madison. She is now roaming the halls of the bookstore trying to find Ben Brust.
Ben has gotten captivated by the books.
We told Ben, go downstairs and try to absorb some knowledge. He took a picture.
This is a mess. This entire segment is a mess.
He took a picture of the corporate finance book, took a picture of it, and sent it to us. He also took a picture of regulation of lawyers. Can we not find him? Okay.
She just returned without.
Yeah, we can.
Return without
text him and come back.
When do I come back now?
Thank you for looking.
Ben has gotten lost in the sauce of the book.
He has found regulation of lawyers, problems of law and ethics. That's one thing he found. And then you see the next book he found, the hip hop wars. What does that even mean?
And did you tell him what he said? Ben said, "I'm gonna be a lawyer one day."
I'm getting cultured.
Well, he
there
came
he is.
upstairs.
You were not downstairs? Ben comes running from upstairs.
Yeah, I started looking at some gear. There's some great stuff.
We thought you were downstairs.
I found a Squishmallow that could be good, like a Bucky Squishmallow
for
my 2-year-old's birthday.
So what, you got bored with the books downstairs?
Of
You
course.
had to get drawn to the apparel and the
Yeah, I mean, I could only
Squishmallows?
spend too much time by the books.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
And abject
Oh, no, the camera dropped. Okay.
Disaster.
Okay.
Chef Ed started the disaster.
Okay. While we get the camera set up, we're going to keep this program going.
We're going to attempt to. I mean, when are we going to start blocking and screening Chef Ed from playing this game? You have Chef Ed.
You're getting Chef Ed.
So
You're getting Chef Ed.
Yeah, so you know the bar is extremely
Wait, he got
low.
13 last week.
Yeah, so he
did.
claims.
So you're against Chef Ed.
He didn't get 13 this week. I'll tell you
We
what.
told him that he
Chef
was like
Ed
a Mac
ain't got a
school.
combined 13
and he
call
was
in and play
offended.
this game before in life.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. We know how to play. Let's just roll right into it. Ben, are you ready?
Of course.
Okay, in 3, 2,
No, no, it's
1. What do you call a word that has the same spelling but different meanings?
I don't know. Back up. I'm trying to look at him. Go.
What part of the brain controls balance?
I don't know. Pass.
What symbol means and?
Ampersand.
One on the board.
What job reviews and verifies financial records?
The IRS.
What branch of science studies
a tax accountant.
An
accountant.
What branch of science studies plants?
Biology.
What do you call a triangle with a 90-degree angle?
An isosceles.
What natural material are pencils made from?
Graphite.
What body of water separates Europe and Africa?
The Mediterranean Sea.
What part of the cell contains DNA?
The nucleus.
Cooking. What part of speech describes a noun?
What?
What part of speech describes a noun?
Person, place, or thing?
What do you call a written agreement between two parties?
A contract.
What city is hosting the Super Bowl next month?
Santa Clara.
What country is home to the city of Vienna?
Vienna is. Did we have this last week? Pass.
What do you call a word that means the opposite of another word?
Antonym.
What shape has 6 sides?
Pent. Septagon. No, Sepa7.
What do you call a shape that has 6 sides?
He just answered.
No, I have not answered.
Okay, Ben, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you won.
It's Chef Ed. You just needed 2 to be able to be.
He got 1.
So, I mean,
He got one.
One?
Right. He got one.
It's so bad.
That's gonna help the caller average dropping.
Way, dude, that's way
That's
down.
a 7th spot for Benny. All he does is win no matter what now. 1 and 2 on the year.
1 and 2. You're getting toward that over/under 12.5.
The problem with when we asked ChatGPT to do the average, you forgot to throw in we have people like Chef Ed that call in 3 to 4 times a year.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is brought to you by Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in flexible, personalized education. Whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way.
All right, let's roll through these answers because some of them are hilarious. Sorry, Chef Ed. What do you call a word that has the same spelling but different meanings? Homonym.
Yes.
We've had that before, but sort of
Tough.
wordy. And Strofe said he ratcheted up the difficulty, and I think that's represented here. What part of the brain controls balance? Cerebellum?
Ooh,
Cerebellum?
Yeah, tough.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
This is pretty good, Ben. What symbol means and? Ampersand. Very good. What job reviews and verifies financial records? An auditor.
Auditor.
You're kind of in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You said IRS at first, which was not really in the ballpark, but I guess they have auditors at
They do
IRS.
have
Yeah, I got audited.
You did get audited. You did get audited. What branch of science studies plants? Botany.
Botany. I thought it was botany for a long time.
Oh wow. Okay. both you and Chef Ed got this one wrong. What do you call a triangle with a 90-degree angle? So he said acute. You said isosceles.
A 90-degree angle, a right triangle.
Right triangle. That's exactly right. Well,
I should have wrote it down.
Very good self-correction on this one. What natural material are pencils made from? Graphite, not lead. This was one that was hard to stay serious for Chef Ed's answer. What body of water separates Europe and Africa?
What did he say?
Mediterranean Sea.
Is the answer.
He said the euro. The currency.
I missed the question, so I thought it was a currency question for sure.
I got it right, though,
You
right?
did. Mediterranean Sea, you got that
Turkey
right.
and all that.
Yep. What part of the DNA contains, what part of the cell contains DNA? It's nucleus. Very good. What part of speech describes a noun, an adjective? Sort of a weird way to ask that, but still the same.
Person, place, your thing.
What do you call a written agreement between two parties? That is a contract.
Yeah, you got that.
What city is hosting the Super Bowl next month? Santa Clara, California.
He said Tampa, Florida.
No, he didn't.
He said Tampa, Florida. How are you an NFL fan and want your team to go to the Super Bowl?
But he's got Hafley stinking in Miami. Isn't that all that matters?
What country is home to the city of Vienna? Austria? Austria. What do you call a word that has the opposite meaning of another word? Very good, Ben. An antonym.
Very good.
And what shape has 6 sides? A hexagon.
Hexagon.
A hexagon.
We do have some breaking Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust news on the Carbless text line, 844-770-3776. Chef Ed chimes in. Embarrassing. I am officially retired from Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust.
All right.
No, keep playing, Chef Ed.
Well, you know
keep
what?
playing. I need you.
Chef, you got to end on a win. One more time of redemption, Chef Ed. You got to go out on a victory.
He may not survive to win. He may not take him 15 years. I don't know how much he got left in him, but I don't know, Chef Ed. Thank you.
Shopping with IKEA is now easier than ever in Madison because we are at the University Bookstore and they have free local order pickup at the University Bookstore. In addition to shopping at Wisconsin Store in Oak Creek, customers can place orders online or the IKEA app and pick up as soon as the next day at the University Bookstore off State Street where we are at. Local pickup is free for IKEA family members on purchases over $35. So you can order for your kids who are students. They can pick up right here at the University Bookstore. Let's get into some Badgers after that national football game.
National football game.
National football game. The NFL. National championship game
emptied
yesterday.
the tank on Are You Smarter Than?
Really
yeah, well, also, I'm still a euro.
A euro.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm listening to this.
Was he thinking a euro as in what you eat or a euro in currency?
Well, I don't know if he heard what financially separates Europe and I don't know. In Africa, I don't know.
The Badgers bowl game, college football expectation. Oh God. Just get to the next segment.
You sound like Chef Ed.
I know.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Still have that issue in the Marquette. The ramp from northbound 4394 to 794 eastbound, as well as southbound 43 to 794 eastbound, is closed because of an accident. So just want to try and stay away from that whole area if you can. It's going to be a little bit dicey for a while. But what we're seeing mostly are delays heading south from the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, we got backups basically from just before 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And eastbound's just a little bit heavy from about 70th Street to Hawley Road as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, slight chance for afternoon snow showers, a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Rick, tell Sarah about the practical joke you came up with.
Okay, Sarah, this is really great. Are you ready?
Rick, I'm always ready. I walk around in a constant state of readiness.
A man buys a woman a pair of diamond stud earrings from Kessler's.
So far, this doesn't sound like much of a practical joke. Be patient, he's not done yet.
And then on her birthday, or Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day, or Tuesday, he sneaks them out of her jewelry box and replaces them with a larger pair.
Well, as practical jokes go, this one sounds delightful, but it also sounds expensive. No, he bought them at Kessler's, remember?
When you buy diamond stud earrings from Kessler's,
And we have them for $180 to $24,000 a pair.
you always get 100% of the price you paid when you trade up for a larger pair.
He just pays the difference?
He just pays the difference.
I love practical jokes. When do I get my first pair? For the Kesslers nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust Nortman live from the University Bookstore in Madison. A great partnership with IKEA as a new pickup point, making it easier for you. Temporary talk and text line, or you can text on the regular one. But if you want to get into the show, it's 844-770-3776. You can text us on the 800 number if you'd like. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison for YouTube, and of course the ESPN Wisconsin app. And yesterday was the college football national championship game between Indiana and Miami. Now, what Curt Cignetti did was obviously unprecedented, amazing, movie-worthy, 16-0, perfect season, expanded playoff, and they did it, right? I'm not asking the Badgers to be 16-0, but in the fourth year that you're paying somebody $8 million to be the head coach, it can't just be bowl game. Like, the schedule is set up in a way where it would be near impossible for them not to make a bowl game. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. In comparison to last year's schedule, this schedule is, whatever happens in the portal, it is lighter. So you have to win 6 games. 6 games. If they win 6 games, then obviously it's done. But I would like to go back to what Mason Posa said with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias from the Jump Around on 100.5 ESPN Madison's YouTube. Here's what the star All-American had to say, who's coming back with the Badgers.
Again, you mentioned you DM some of these guys, you've messaged them, but what do you feel like? What do you feel like is the Mason pitch?
Yeah,
what are you saying to these guys?
I mean, I was like, "What's up, man? You're a dog." I just
that's it. 3 words. You're a dog.
You're a dog. And then I just tell him like, how this program is changing and just what we've done so far in the portal. You know, we're competing with Indiana, Texas Tech, all these big schools who are spending money. And you know, I tell them, I'm like, just look at what we're doing right now in the transfer portal. We are getting guys to win football games. And you know, I mean, the schedule this upcoming year is a lot lighter. And you know, I can see us being in the playoffs. I mean, I see us at least worst possibility having 9 wins.
Worst possibility, 9 wins. I can see us in the playoffs, and the program is changing. We're getting guys to compete in the portal. You hear all of that, former Badger Bradley Nortman. Where does your brain go?
Well, I love the confidence for sure. I'm I'm frustrated because the way that Mason Post is talking, it sounds like there's a change and a push for a change of effort, and not effort, culture, winning, expectations. Now, I'm wondering, where was that 3 years ago? Where was this every single year of the 3 years we've seen of Luke Fickell and this new regime? However, I do share some of his optimism. I do think that we had Ted Kellner on our program in the Homer Hour, said there will be an influx of money. I was curious, will we actually see that come to fruition in the transfer portal? And from what I can tell, the Badgers are attracting Power 4 level players, and they got their number 1 quarterback that they wanted, and you've been able to basically fill an entire starting 22 with the guys they have. They probably brought in at least 15 guys that are going to be starters next year. Of all the 4 teams that were left in the college football playoff, the final 4, 60% of their starters came from the transfer portal. So this is how the new college football is. You can remake your roster every single year. Now, however, do I think he's going to be able to pull off anything near Curt Cignetti? No, I do not. I think Coach Fickell will have some talent. I think they're going to get 8 or 9 wins on a good year. I don't think they're going to be a college football playoff team, but I think they're going to end the season ranked. But development, culture, winning, game plans, intensity, we have yet to see any of that, regardless of who the players are. So I'm encouraged by Mason Posta saying things are changing, but my frustration is, why wasn't this change happening 1, 2, 3 years ago? Why does it take year 4 to have there be a sense of urgency?
Well, and you bring up 60% of the rosters in the Final Four came from the portal. Mm-hmm. Kyle, what confidence do you have in the coach to mold together a team from a portal when we've seen different iterations of rosters, of bringing guys in? Then
it hasn't worked. And Brad said, where was this at year 1, 2, 3? Brad, you're going to be asking the same question. Where is it at year 4? You just don't magically turn it around. He took over
No, somebody just did magically turn it around.
I'm talking. No. He came in there and he magically turned it around instantly.
It didn't take 4
that
years.
was his DNA as a coach. Remember what he said? He said, "Google me," and people had to, and guess what? 2 years later, guess what? We found out he does win. And so when it comes to Luke Fickell, he's had multiple years to get it going. It should not take into year 4 for all of a sudden for us to start competing. When Mason Posta, which a great football player, very bright future. One day he will be playing on Sundays. But when he said the schedule is lighter, guess what, y'all?
I didn't like hearing that.
Yeah.
I did not like hearing that.
But here's the thing. When other people are looking at their 2026 schedule, guess what? Penn State is looking at Wisconsin as lighter. UCLA is looking at Wisconsin as lighter. Minnesota, lighter. They're looking at you as being lighter. This program has to prove it to me. We need to stop setting the bar so low. You said bowl game or college football playoff. Why not? If the recruiting class is so good, why not? If the quarterback is so good, why not? We brought in all these guys from a Power 4. Why can't we get to the point that we're competing for championships once again here in the state of Wisconsin? So we can keep lowering the bar all we want. I'm not doing it, because the simple thing you said that is perfect, Brad, is you said 60% of the rosters in the Final Four have been turned over. So that means next year, if the Badgers do win 8 or 9 games, guess what? The roster's going to turn over again, and you're going to be competing with other programs that are infusing more money into their college programs. So what I'm saying is, at some point, the Wisconsin Badgers are going to have to reestablish themselves. Luke Fickell's going to have to establish this is where we are going. So this is the year to do it. Do I believe it's going to happen? Hell no, but you can prove it to me. I I am wrong. I hope come January of 2027, I'm talking about, boy, I was wrong. Luke Fickell was right. This organization with Mac was right, and I'm glad they kept him around. But unfortunately, I think right now, when we look at 2027, we'll be talking about the hype of some new coach that is leading the Wisconsin Badgers to a brighter future.
Well, and I will say, all we've heard from the Luke Fickell time is excuses. Oh, money. Oh, injuries. Oh, schedule. There are so many excuses to go around. Year 4, I mean, if you were willing to entertain those excuses in the past, there is absolutely zero, and I mean absolute zero excuses this year. An alleged light schedule, which I agree with you, Ben. I don't love that is the narrative being pushed. Like, oh, guys, we're going to have a little bit easier this year. I do not like that whatsoever. But it is a light schedule, objectively. We can say that. You have money now. You realize that, we have to go to the portal and really bang the drum and bring in starters. We have to get the quarterback. We have to, all the things. There is zero excuses this year. That's why, for me, it's like 8, 9, 10 wins. No, that has to be. It has to be.
The player development is not there. Skylar Bell, who was a former receiver for Wisconsin, went on and became an All-American, one of the best receivers in the country. I don't know if y'all watched the national championship game last night, but there's a young man named Riley Nowakowski. Riley Nowakowski went to Marquette University High School right here in Wisconsin. He ended up going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Then he ended up leaving. He was underutilized, and guess what? The kid is balling for Indiana and scores a touchdown on a goal line for Indiana in a national championship game. That kid took pride in being a Badger, but they didn't know how to grow him. They didn't know how to utilize him, and now all of a sudden he's scoring a touchdown in a national championship game. That, my friend, comes down to development. That is what we have been missing. Wisconsin used to be known for bringing in 3 stars and turning them into good football players. Wisconsin was pumping out guys on the defensive side of the football at linebacker, defensive ends, not too many corners, but they were pumping guys out in that front 7 to play in the NFL.
As good of corners because you were able to get pressure.
Well, that's true. But look, Van Ginkel, one of the best, and he was a guy who transferred in here. That's one of the rare transfers. Zach Bond. You got T.J. Edwards inside that we saw him get hurt in the NFL game. It's just a whole bunch of guys that were coming through. So we can talk about, they're bringing in these 4 stars and all these guys. Where's the player development? Because I've seen this program develop. I ain't never heard them boys talking about you play for them. Y'all weren't talking about lighter schedule. You guys were excited to play Ohio State. You were excited to play Penn State. You were excited to play Michigan. Why? It's because you knew when you stepped on that field, you were going to compete with them for 60 minutes.
Well, the argument that we were told is this is why you come to Wisconsin. You go to Wisconsin. You go to Wisconsin to play the big game. You go to Wisconsin to defeat the people that you consider are the big boys of the league, because we're the big boys of the league, right? So it's like we should be in the same conversation with Ohio State. Now it would be like Oregon and Indiana, but when you look at it,
Ohio State.
It's still Ohio State, but it's evolved and grown even of like the conversation you want to be a part of. So I think that development is still important, but it looks different, right? You don't have 3 years to develop a guy. You got to get a guy right away, infuse him with your culture.
So that's my biggest question. Can Luke Fickell mold a team right away after what we've seen in 3 years to make them a competitive and 9-win team, despite whatever the schedule is?
Great.
And next year, guess what's going to happen? You guys are going to hear a kid named Joe Brunner, who's right here from the state of Wisconsin, good offensive lineman. He transferred to Indiana, and guess what we're going to hear next year? Indiana has the kid Joe Brunner that transferred in from Wisconsin. He's going to be a 1st or 2nd round pick, probably a 2nd round pick.
The offensive line coach that came from
Wisconsin, exactly. And so I'm just saying again, I believe when they made the move. And I love me some Jim Leonhard, but I thought, you know what? Bringing in something different, maybe this change is going to work out. Boy, was I wronger than wrong. That was the worst decision not to have Jim Leonhard be the coach, because our program has been decimated and it is a shell of itself.
Let's go to the Carbless Talk and text line. I think Tim in Wisconsin wants to relive something that I thought was the worst thing we've ever done. I don't even know how to reframe it. It was a baby bird conversation about Matt LaFleur.
Powerful.
Matt LaFleur's the mother bird. Get it right.
Yeah, all right, Tim, you're up.
Good God. The baby bird, mother bird thing was ridiculous. You're trying to say that it would make Matt LaFleur look good. It's going to make him look like a wimp with no cojones, because by letting him get a job elsewhere, it shows that he's not man enough to actually fire the junk that he has. So why would he let him get a job elsewhere and make him look even worse? People would be like, man, we don't want to go work for this guy because he can't teach us anything.
I take it you're not a big Matt LaFleur supporter, which is okay. Everyone's kind of in the middle here, or strong or out.
I just think that if If he's so good, he should let somebody look bad.
Whoa.
Tim,
catch
you
the
all
breath
right?
now.
Tim, you okay?
I'm great. Yeah. Sorry. I'm doing stuff outside also.
It's cold outside, Tim. Be careful now. You
Some
can't be
manual
having
labor outside.
Don't let that high heart rate in this cold match up. I don't want you to pass out now.
We appreciate the call.
But we
Tim.
do have first aid Ben Brust who can save you.
Yes, I did take first aid of the
Call
911. Call 911 if anything goes wrong, Tim. Or get someone who's actually qualified to help you, not me, who got a grade demotion on my first aid class at the University of Wisconsin. Yeah, again, I think for me, it all comes back to I haven't had faith in Luke Fickell. I think what they're doing is the right thing right now because it's too late to try and rebuild from a recruiting class standpoint. So they're doing the right thing with where they're at. Is it too late? Yes, but at least they're doing the thing they need to do to be successful next year. Do I have faith that Fickell can mold a team based off what we've seen in 3 years? I do not. But as Kyle said, I would love to be wrong.
Yeah,
we'll find out together. Look. What I'm never wrong about is how good Palermo's pizza is. The tavern-style pepperoni has become the new favorite for my wife and daughter. For me, it's always the OG Screamins. It's not always. What am I talking about? I eat some of their tavern-style because they don't eat it all. And then I have the Cheez-It. I have 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese, Detroit-style, OG Palermo's, Primo Thin, Urban Pie. They have so many Stranger Things. There's so many brands. There's a pizza for everybody. $5.99 through the 25th at Woodman. So go load up on Screamin' Sicilians, my favorite pizza in the world. If you go to a frozen freezer section and you see Palermo's, just grab it. You're going to try one of them, and you're going to love it. And then you're going to try more brands, and you're going to love it. So go taste what all that screaming is about with Palermo's. I guess after the baby bird incident, I'm going to reluctantly send it over to Alex Strofe coming up next for another segment. Lord help us. Next.
Mother bird!
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
You know Italian. What do you mean?
You know Italian?
You do know Italian.
You know Italian. Yeah, he's right.
Oui. That's French, but you had gelato.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we still have that issue in the Marquette. The ramp from northbound 4394 to 794 eastbound, as well as southbound 43 to 794 eastbound, is closed because of an accident. So just want to try and stay away from that whole area if you can. It's going to be a little bit dicey for a while. But what we're seeing mostly are delays heading south from the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, we got backups basically from just before 27th Street all the way to Holly Road. And eastbound's just a little bit heavy from about 70th Street to Holly Road as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, slight chance for afternoon snow showers, a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Rock a big win this January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $60,000 in prizes every week. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Plus, your January drawing entries all roll into an even bigger prize drawing in March. Rock on all month long, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation course starts today.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Ian Fitzsimmons.
This is why this is going to be one of the more coveted jobs, and right there with Baltimore because of the Rooney family and the way they supported Coach. Bill Cowher went from a Super Bowl or an AFC Championship game to, and I'm going off the top of my head here, to 6-10 and like 7-9, and Steeler fans, the Yinzers were going crazy. Get rid of him. Get him out of here. What does the Rooney family do? No, we're good. You know what happens the following year? AFC Championship. You know what happens the following year? Super Bowl. That's what patience, which is the ultimate virtue, gets you when you have an ownership like the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's nobody better. So Mike Tomlin had a heck of a run without a quarterback since Ben R. So you're still making the playoffs with a hodgepodge offensive line, no quarterback, riding that defense, and still finding a way to get to the playoffs every single year. That's pretty much remarkable.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions. Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible? Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2. The testosterone booster? Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results. I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week. Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text ROCK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ROCK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm from the University Bookstore on State Street in Madison. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, supporting a great partnership between IKEA and UW-Madison, where life is made easier becoming an IKEA family member. You get to pick up at a new pickup point if you order on the IKEA app right here at the University Bookstore.
This
Ben
is
Brust.
dope, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I mean, this is super dope.
It's like you just walked into like an elite dorm room.
Right here, right behind us.
Yeah,
you can see it on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, where we are. And, of course, we have the temporary carbless talk and text line 844-770-3776. Strove's running the show. He's in Madison at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios.
Why is he there?
Who knows? Let's just get to
what's that supposed to mean?
His next. He had lunch for an hour. I saw him
with a teammate.
With a teammate.
Yeah. Okay.
We know Strophy. All right, Strophy.
I only had lunch for 40 minutes.
Just do your thing.
Whatever, dude. So this actually wasn't even my idea, but I think I know what we're doing. Brad, your college GPA again.
3.7.
Kyle, your college GPA.
Undergrad or grad?
Ooh. Okay, that's a humble brag. Undergrad.
3.27, 3.24, 1 to 2.
That's not. It's not. You're closer to me than you are, Brad.
You scoffed at Wisconsin.
2.9.
You got a 3.2 at Whitewater is like a 2.9 at Ben Brust here.
I also had a 2.9, Benny. Me and you, 2 peas in a pod.
Except you
Ben cheated his way through. I had to work hard.
Strong
allegations.
You had 20 credits of a professor that gave you a 4-credit independent study.
Yeah. It was a great independent study.
Don't act like I'm the dummy. You're the dummy. You had 20 credits of free A's, and you still had a 2.9.
Yeah, I wish I could go to NASCAR events and get an A.
Let's Mr. Stevens' point, compare degrees. I think mine would land me a job much quicker than yours.
We're doing the same thing.
We are in the same place.
If our place blows up, I'll get a job quicker than you.
Oh wow! Wow!
All because he hit a half-court shot. All right,
that's very true. It worked out though.
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Ain't that the truth? I was a Ben Brust fan. I sure
was. I was too. All right, so Brad.
Not anymore.
Never beat your idols.
Brad came up with the idea that we give either an A or an F to the following individuals for their contributions to the Green Bay Packers in 2025 as we get ready for the 2026 offseason.
A or F. I like this.
A or F.
It's like 1 or 0.
For the quarterback, Jordan Love.
A. I mean, he was MVP candidate through week 15. I mean, he was
I don't
He is
put
everything
the
and more.
loss on him against the Bears. A+.
That's not the game we're playing, but I respect it nonetheless. Let's go to the running back, Josh Jacobs, A or F.
Oh, that's tough.
It's an F. It's an F. He was hurt. It was a hurt. I mean, it is what it is. We have
Availability, right?
Yeah, I mean, just because we love him, we know how great he is, but he didn't live up to his potential because of the injuries. It happens. You have bad
fumble, you have timely moments.
You have bad semesters. You have bad quarters. He had a bad semester.
I bet the over on his yardage for the year, and I lost money on it. That's an F.
He almost got it too with all the injuries.
Almost.
Jeff Hafley.
He get A. He got a new job. He gets A.
No, this is about with the 2025 Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
It's about what he did for the Packers.
He gets an A.
It's an A for me. Still 11th in total defense when it comes to points allowed. So that's he helps because he had a great tutor in Micah Parsons. But when he went down, he did what he could.
This defense
I almost wanted it's hard for me to get. I know there's a bigger sample size in one game, but with what was at stake and who the quarterback was, I have to give an F based off the performance in Week 17. That's also back-to-back years in which Week 17 they absolutely laid an egg, and the way that they laid that egg with everything still on the line, without the urgency, and with Lamar out and Snoop Huntley in, to do what they did was unacceptable defensively.
He didn't show up to an exam.
Wait a minute.
25 points against the Bears. It's an F for me. You can call me Pommy, but I'm going F.
I get it, but I just want to defend Jeff Hafley.
You can defend him.
Briefly.
You can defend everyone on the Packers.
You can only put people in the right position to succeed, but they have to execute. Clearly in that Ravens game, he can't help it if Carrington Valentine is going for rides on the back of big boy Derrick Henry. That ain't his fault. Hey, he put him in a position to make a tackle, but if Deuce is getting trucked and ran over, what he's supposed to do?
Coach him up and say go low. Why are you going high?
Okay.
All right,
good luck.
2 to go. 3 to go. Brian Gutekunst. 2025.
F. The depth wasn't there. Nate Hobbs was a failure. Banks was a failure for too long until he figured it out late. Cornerbacks were horrible even outside of Nate Hobbs because Carrington Valentine, as you mentioned. Man. I mean, it's an F. The record
Even
also
with Micah?
shows it.
Well, if Micah was healthy, it's an A, but Micah got hurt, and when Micah got hurt,
it's not Goody's fault.
Well, listen. If something happens during the semester and all of a sudden your grades go down, well, it's not Goody's fault. Yeah, it is. It's his results. His results weren't good enough. So yeah, he gets an F. He was an A, and then all of a sudden he turned into Ben Brust at the end of the semester. He missed his exam. He missed his final exam. He missed weeks.
If it wasn't for Micah, it'd be an easy F. I still got to go with an F though. The Micah Parsons was the last minute, trying to get the final exam, but. There are too many issues that led to their downfall.
Let's fly through these last two. Matt LaFleur.
F.
A.
F.
Here's the water carrier.
You can't be your third year with Jordan Love and be another wild card, another exit. Ben Johnson.
5 straight losses to end the season.
I'm joking. It's an F. It's an F.
And finally, it should be no discussion here. Rich Bisaccia.
Oh, F.
That's don't even show up for second semester.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an A. He was able to convince everyone he's doing such a bad job that he was able to keep his job and still make $2+ million a year. That's an A for Rich Bisaccia.
You know what, Brad?
He pulled the Ben Brust.
No,
he bamboozled some people.
He bamboozled and did not have to pay the price.
Expulsion.
In fact, benefited from it.
Expulsion. That's what it needs to be.
Expulsion.
There it is for a quick A or F. I do want to tell you about how you can further your health because it is all about growing in 2026, and the Princeton Club could help you with that. They will cheer for you in all areas of your life, and the best way to do that is the foundation of having a healthy body, and when you have that healthy body, your growth will start there. Join before January 31st for the lowest rates of the year. Lock it in at the Princeton Club. We're in Madison, drove by, got on the west side today, so I got the Beltline, saw a location there. There's so many in Madison. There is a New Berlin location. Again, the free childcare with the membership, providing opportunities for my wife and I to drop off our kid and work out and be successful, to have our foundation of a healthy body so we can grow with our goals in 2026. You can do the same. Get a tour and join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. We wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion, give Strofe the rest of the day off, and go to the 414 hour at 4 after next segment. KBN.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
So in my short time here, I've come to learn about these things. I call them Strofe days, where he's doing something for himself, and then he just wipes his calendar, regardless of how it may affect other people.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Great, have a great regular season. What are you going to do in the postseason? This Matt LaFleur era is now basically evolved into regular season. You're going to be fine. Hopefully you can be better than what you've been.
Yeah. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
But you're going to get in the dance.
Yep.
And then it's going to be, can you do it when the money's on the table? Certainly not the last 2 years.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond? Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines. And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
You're going to be happy, happy, happy.
and with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare. And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose. Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
Or a better diamond.
or a better price has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. And all maintenance is free forever. No charge.
yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with. When you're ready to celebrate, we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust Nortman, happy to be at the University Bookstore as they have a great new partnership with IKEA where you can pick up IKEA furniture, whatever it is. Go to the IKEA app, tell your parents to go there, buy you some stuff, and if you're a family member, you can pick it up for free right here at the University Bookstore. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman, Strofe running the show. A whole lot to get to in the 414 hour at 4 on 94.5 ESPN. We'll get into some of the potential coordinators that make sense to join Matt LaFleur. John Anderson will join. But really, to wrap this up, I still cannot stop thinking about that national championship game and how in 2 years a program, as I had said, in the doldrums, turned it around and won a national championship while we are heading into year 4, hoping and wishing that the coach you're paying a lot of money to can put it together for the happiness of our Saturdays.
Quite honestly, there's never been a more fertile time in college football to resurrect the program. To fertile. The fertility of the soil in college football is dense with nutrients.
What about the fertility here in Madison?
Well, that's, Luke Fickell's the gardener, and he's got to make sure that he's going out there and he's doing what he can, because the ability to take a program from nothing to something has never been more open. You just need a little bit of walking around money, you need a little culture, you need a little development. That's what Indiana had. And Indiana did this before. Like his first year, we didn't have any money in the system.
They didn't have money, nope.
Now they had some system after a proof of
proven
concept.
Product, you go over to Mr. Cuban, you say, hey.
And say, hey, we can do this. The problem is we don't know for sure if Mr. Fickell can do this.
Yeah. Well, coming up next on 100.5 ESPN Madison is Jim, Matt, and Molly. You'll have the Dam Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We will be at the University Bookstore till 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we still here.
Yeah, we will be here.
Go pick up a
swing
Counting
on
101
by.
textbook.
You can go get a textbook if you want to learn. But stay with us on the ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, 94.5 ESPN. See you, Strofe. Will Summers producing in Madison in 2 minutes.
We still have the ramp from westbound 794 to northbound 43 shut down with a broken down vehicle stuck there on that ramp. We've also got eastbound 94 with a crash at 26th Street. Right shoulder is blocked, backing things up all the way back to 84th Street. We also have a crash on the ramp from Main Street to northbound 41. Along with this, Highway 100 southbound, the right lane is closed with that crash. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, chance for afternoon snow showers, a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN. Live from the University Bookstore at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, baby.
In the 608.
In the 608.
Yes, Kyle, Brust Nortman continuing with you till 5 o'clock on 94.5 ESPN. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Alex Schroff will be gallivanting his way back to Madison as Will Summers is running the show. Back to the regular Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. As I mentioned, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. And, yeah. Couple things I do want to revisit. Now, it's not confirmed, right? But I want to talk about the coordinators, and specifically we'll get into all of them, right? Stenovich, what his role is. Good job producing the show, Will. Great job early on there. Rich Bisaccia, we heard from Mark Tauscher. Not confirmed, but it does have a feeling like he will be back. That is not the gold standard.
I need to hear what Jason exactly said to say what this feeling
agree. Tauscher did text me, so that's not confirmed. But I said, yeah, I'm not going to quote you saying Bisaccia is back. But there is a feel, and again, based off what we know, how quickly the negotiations were with Matt LaFleur and Ed Policy and Goody, that the people around them are like they can kind of pick and choose if they're able to go to war for who they want to have on staff or who they don't. And then obviously Jeff Hafley's gone. But my overall question is we asked Tausch, and we have this opinion as well, I think, that there should be 3 new coordinators. I want to ask Brad, as someone who played in the NFL, who has had coordinator changes throughout his tenure of playing for the Panthers, playing for the Jaguars, can coordinators elevate Matt LaFleur? Because there's the intersection here of Matt LaFleur as the head coach. We need him to be challenged. We need new ideas. Someone on the defense needs to control the defense. I want my head coach to be challenging others more than I want others challenging my head coach because he's the leader. So that's where I struggle with, everyone needs to elevate Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to use that phrase, which we've been using, is how can we elevate Matt LaFleur, almost like help him do the things he should be doing already. But the reality is, guys, coordinators, assistant coaches, they work for Matt LaFleur. They don't work alongside him. It is a firm hierarchy like any other organization out there. Matt LaFleur is their manager. He hires and fires them. They negotiate with one another. He sets the tone. He sets the expectations. He sets the compensation. So Matt LaFleur is the boss. He is the boss of the coaching staff and every coach underneath him. Coordinators, assistant coaches, even strength and conditioning, they work for Matt LaFleur. So when I hear the phrase, we need guys to elevate Matt LaFleur, there's no elevating Matt LaFleur. You can only hope to put a team around you to slot each guy in their role. Like, for instance, on the defensive side of the ball. Can Matt LaFleur slot a guy, find a guy, a D coordinator, and then a staff underneath him that's willing to scheme very well, maximize your strengths, minimize your weaknesses, and set a certain tone for the defense? But that tone will not be greater than Matt LaFleur's. Matt LaFleur sets the tone, the culture, the pace. Everything goes through the head coach first. I don't have a scenario. There is no team that I've ever been a part of, college or pros, talking about Wisconsin, Carolina, and Jacksonville, where any voice was larger than the head coach's voice. Now, plenty of guys went off and did a lot of things. Paul Chryst ended up being a head coach. Dave Doran ended up being a head coach. Those are the O&DCs for Wisconsin. Never were their voices greater than Brett Bielema. And Brett Bielema would get after them. He would get on them for certain things. And then you fast forward to the NFL. Ron Rivera, Sean McDermott was the DC. He became a head coach. And then all that with Carol. I'm not going to go through each coach, but the reality is the voices in the room, the tenor and the tone set, never greater than the head coach, because the head coach is the top dog, top of the pyramid. He is in control of everyone underneath him. So all the assistant coaches can do is try to just be great in their role. But there are some things that are inalienable from the head coach's role, and that is setting the tone, culture. For Matt LaFleur, it's going to be game planning. You're not going to find an OC that's going to come in and push back to Matt LaFleur. He's been there for 8 years. That's his job.
So what things can coordinators do then?
Well, they have a closer relationship with their players, right? So they can have a relationship with players that Matt LaFleur can't. Maybe not on the offensive side because Matt LaFleur's hands are very much in the offensive pie, but they are able to do specific game planning things, specific like relationship and developmental thing on a micro level, right? If you're the defensive coordinator, you can work like on a micro level with the defense and with game planning and maybe even developmental stuff. On the offensive side of the ball, same things. I mean, Matt LaFleur isn't overseeing the offensive line. He's not in the offensive line meeting room. He's not in charge of protections and things like that. But it is part of his overarching umbrella of this is what we do. This is the culture of the team, and this is what we are trying to accomplish. So coordinators are really good at, I would say, scheming and micro-level development, right? But they're not in charge of setting the tone. Mm-hmm. They're not in charge of setting a culture. They're not in charge of setting expectations or accountability, which I think has been the thing that has gotten in Matt LaFleur's way a lot. We know he's a great offensive mind, so he can scheme and work with assistants with the best of them, and he can let those guys develop his offensive guys underneath him. But accountability, like there will be no greater level of accountability in the locker room than Matt LaFleur's voice. I don't care what coordinator you bring in. I don't care what assistant coach you bring in. If Matt LaFleur isn't holding everybody to the highest level of accountability, then no one's going to fall in line and hold someone to a higher level of accountability. That's just what you see. He has a lot of patience with his players. He's sort of a player's coach, right? Like he's sort of buddies with the players. Players like playing with him. And I think he has the same thing with assistant coaches. I don't think he holds them to a higher level of accountability. And you'd ask, well, why do you believe that? Because he keeps people around longer than other staffs would. I think his patience level, his level of, I don't want to use the word excuses, but he tries to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. He's a nice guy, right? So I think with Matt LaFleur, there are some things that no matter who works underneath him will always be there. He can find a guy to help him with game management. Like he can hire an assistant that you are the game management guy. You help me with that. But accountability is much different from the Joe Barry defense. But those defenses and those identity parts can never be greater than Matt LaFleur's voice. It's just not possible given how the structure is in the NFL and how powerful the head coach's voice is.
Yeah, see, when I look at this, Brett, I do believe that you're absolutely right. It's top down. So it starts with Matt LaFleur setting the tone for not only the players, but the expectation of what he has from the coaches to get the most out of the players. But at what point was it ever bad to bring in high caliber, high talented coaching staffs that can not only, when I say challenge you, it's really to push you to be more innovative. Throw ideas out there that you maybe haven't seen it that way. When I think about the Green Bay Packers coaching staff back when Mike Holmgren was there, you're talking about guys that were studs. You're talking about Andy Reid, John Gruden, Steve Mariucci, Ray Rose. You had guys that were on that staff that went on to do, I think Marty Mornhinweg was on that staff as well, and Dick Geron. They had a lot of coaches underneath him that went on to become head coaches or offensive coordinators in other places, and that is exactly what I'm looking for when you have that. I don't believe that Matt LaFleur has that current staff around him. A staff is so important. That's why when these teams who make the playoffs, they get picked apart. Offensive coordinators, we look at the Denver Broncos, their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, their people are interviewing, even their quarterback coaches interviewing for jobs. That is the type of staff that you want because that means you have a lot of bright minds around you. It is important that the Green Bay Packers have all their coaches excel in their role of not only developing but coaching up their players. It just seems like there's too many gaps for this team, especially when it comes to special teams and offensively some of the inconsistencies that we saw. I think a lot of that falls on the fact that maybe the offensive coordinator is not assisting LaFleur enough. At the end of the day, it is hard to be a head coach and to be a play caller. It's important to have somebody who can be your right-hand man who can definitely help elevate you. That is the one thing that I do believe is missing. When I look at the defensive side of the football, the Green Bay Packers had Anthony Campanelli, who went on to become a DC last year, and he was very successful in Jacksonville as linebackers coach, and now the DC in Jacksonville. He did a good job. And then even this year with DeMarcus Covington, I'm not sure how well he did, but he's even getting looked to be a defensive coordinator once again. So for me, when I look at developing a staff, he needs to be bringing in guys that can truly follow his lead, but also that type of spirit and ambition and type of leadership that he wants to put onto the team, they need to be replicating that with the players and each and every time they meet with them. So I do believe that it comes down to Matt LaFleur building a really great coaching staff in order for this team to really excel because that's one area that we know we've been missing.
Yeah, look, it's never good. It's never bad to bring in good people to an organization. It's going to be hard for me to change my opinion about Matt LaFleur based off who he brings into the organization. Because as Brad mentioned, the way I've thought about things from high-level athletics, and even just like you can go across different sports.
Like think about Bo, right?
Bo, or even just watching Signetti and the way that he handled his business and how he talked in the post game about how they got there. It doesn't matter about where they came.
Nick Saban coached him up. He came from a great coaching tree. He was coached up by a great.
I don't. But that's the thing. I'm looking at the head coach. I'm not looking about like the people that are going to be next to Matt LaFleur. I'm looking at Matt LaFleur. I'm looking at the guy who's been there 7 years. I'm looking at the guy who's going to be setting the culture, making those big decisions. It can't hurt to have people around you that will elevate the guys below. You have great sessions when they break out and defensive backs and offensive line. But when it comes to the man standing in the center of the room giving the message, how are Packer fans going to believe that anything will change based off of coordinators? It's hard for me to buy into that notion.
Well, and Matt LaFleur needs to decide what his role is in this organization, right? Because if you're a top offensive mind, why would you go to Green Bay? They have got an elite quarterback, not elite, great quarterback in Jordan Love. But why would you go to Green Bay when you're going to be overshadowed and overpowered by Matt LaFleur, right? You would go to a team like Detroit, where, Dan Campbell is not an offensive mind. I get to go and purely run my system. I'm the top offensive dog. So Matt LaFleur needs to decide, am I going to be this offensive wizard and head coach, or am I going to be a figurehead that is sort of coaching the coaches, oversight, culture, and accountability? It's hard to do both.
But this is hard because his strength actually is, I'd rather have Matt LaFleur calling the plays than just taking on the head coach and organizational, and I'm the guy and I'm the leader. I'd rather have him do that. So this is where it gets kind of fuzzy of the confidence.
That's his best part.
Of what his best part is and where he lacks. And where he lacks, I don't think others can do for him because he's still the head coach.
And when we talk about Rich Bisaccia coming back and him being a trusted confidant, potentially, but him being trusted from Matt LaFleur, he's the assistant head coach for Matt LaFleur. The reason why I question that is that a lot of times you need to be able to depend on the people around you in order to be great. And when I say that, when it comes to game management, if Rich Bisaccia is a special teams coach and an assistant head coach, I expect for Rich Bisaccia to be able to tell him, hey, time out here, or no, don't do it. He needs to have somebody that can help him with making these decisions because of all the stuff that he is weighing.
I agree. It's just so hard to trust a man who can't even do the job that's most important, which is special teams, and none of us believe in.
I don't think he did good at special teams, and I know he didn't do good at helping my coach when it comes to game management. We saw that.
I know. I'm more so venting. It's annoying that potentially a guy coming back is failing at the main responsibility and then also helping in something that why would we trust a guy who can't take care of his main responsibility?
Matt LaFleur needs to learn from his past mistakes and then learn from his corrections. That is the biggest thing in life. If we're going to make errors, we're going to make mistakes, but do you learn from them? And when he fired Joe Barry late, he should have fired him a year before that, and he hired Jeff Hafley, he got it right. What he should have learned in that point is sometimes you can move on from somebody even though you feel like they're loyal to you, and you can get better. When I look at this coaching staff and I look at Rich Bisaccia, who I do believe is a good special teams coordinator, it just has not worked here. Find somebody else. When I look at Adam Stenavich,
I can say he was. I can't say he is anymore.
He has been for the Packers.
And when I look at Steno, it just seems to me that I don't know what he's contributing to enhance Matt LaFleur and enhance this offense. And so at that point, you have to say to yourself, do I believe the guy that is helping me as the offensive coordinator, is he a championship caliber offensive coordinator? And from what I have seen the last 3 years since he's been an OC, absolutely not. And so with that in mind, you need to move on and find somebody else that can make you better, but more importantly, get this team better to get to the mountaintop of winning a title.
Yeah, I think it's more so the latter. It's make the team better because, again, I don't know how much an assistant coming in year one to a 7-year head coach can really make him that much better. Can it make him a little bit better, but can it make it that much better? That's my concern about this sentiment that whoever comes in is going to change who Matt LaFleur is when we have a bigger sample size with coordinators as well that have come and gone on the offensive side that have taken different jobs, and now Hafley. It's not like this is the first time this is happening. It's all built into this. Where are we now and where are we going? And it's going to be dependent on if Matt LaFleur can win a big game.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers under Matt LaFleur, it's basically a cruise liner. I mean, it is a massive ship that you're not going to do an about face on. You can do some, renovations and stuff. That's what coordinators can do. But the tone, the culture, Matt LaFleur, accountability, that's all set. That's not going to change under him. No level of assistant coach can come in and say, whoa, the culture has completely changed. That's just not how it works. It's only Matt LaFleur who can set that.
The defense did it, though.
They
did it.
Yeah.
Then they played harder.
But that is the portion of the ball that Matt LaFleur is willing and able to not touch.
And it's not like the team, you're like, whoa, unrecognizable Green Bay Packers. It's a different version of the same thing.
I think for those who have missed it, Kyle Wallace and Elliott Wolf traded emails, and Kyle
sure did.
Had an opportunity to maybe put his foot in the door and be in the front office of NFL teams. So I'm going to give Kyle the chance.
I chose KBN Nation, man,
to share with KBN Nation some targets. Right? Everyone's talking. I mean, they've interviewed a couple people, and there
it is.
Good morning. Oh, you still have the emails. Kyle Wallace with good morning, Elliot. My name is Kyle Wallace, and we were put into contact.
You called him Elliot? You're not going to say Mr. Wolf?
Bro is like, he's like.
Wow, the disrespect.
The email.
Now we know why he did the job. They would have made a position for you if you were respectful.
The email that probably got us connected probably called him Elliot. Elliot's not that. He's Elliot's like 40.
How old were you when you sent that?
How
old were you?
How old were you? I was 20. I was 25. And Elliot was probably 29.
Elliot.
Mr. Wolf is Ron Wolf.
But then he says, Kyle, we're friends. Call me Elliot.
Call me Elliot. I like this guy. He respects me.
Yeah.
He said we actually already filled the spot for this year. Please send me an updated copy of your resume so we can keep it on file. Elliot Wolf.
Mr. Elliott. Kyle and Elliott Wolf were trading emails back in the day, so we're going to see if Kyle can pinpoint who would be a good defensive coordinator to replace Jeff Hafley. Kyle Wallace's time to shine next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He's my sugar daddy.
Well, I need a sugar daddy. There's a wedding coming up this summer, and maybe I need the sugar daddy to be at.
Oh, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound 94 has a crash right about at 26th Street off on the right shoulder. Watch for that. We've also got delays from 84th Street heading to Hawley Road. Westbound slowing down from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road as well. We have southbound on 41 slowing down right past Capitol Drive heading towards Burleigh. And then southbound 43 backing up from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of possible accumulation, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, chance for afternoon snow showers, a high of 25. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All the antics.
The reason he's not running the ball real well this year is because his pants are way too high. You see him pull his pants up? Check it out.
All the action.
The honeymoon phase is over. Did we forget that he lost 5 games at the end of the season? I can't forget, and I don't know how to move forward.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you.
If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
It's a new year, and everyone's talking resolutions. Eat better, move more, give up everything fun. Yeah, Carbless says you don't have to do that part, because when you reach for a Carbless, you're choosing a better for you cocktail. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and full of flavor, you can stay on track with your New Year's resolutions without having to commit to dry January. Start 2026 with balance, not guilt. Your goals matter, and your fun does too. Carbless, your New Year's first good decision.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Nothing exposes joint pain like the bitter cold you feel outside. So if you're feeling pain, those knees, hips, your shoulders, or your back, I got good news for you. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, and they're right here in the greater Milwaukee area, in Mequon, in Greenfield. Greenfield's the location that I've been to. They are the nation's leader in cellular treatments to take care of that joint pain that you're experiencing for the long run. Say goodbye to joint pain, say goodbye to long recovery, say goodbye to invasive surgery, and say hello to your best year yet. In 2026, might as well be the year that you say goodbye to that pain and utilize QC Kinetics' cellular treatment to give you your life back. You have a free consultation where they're going to put you on a personalized path to pain-free life, and you're going to not regret that you did. You're going to say, "Why didn't I do this in 2025?" But good news, 2026, new year, new you. So give QC Kinetics a call for your free, no-obligation consultation and start living your best life. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Lean you into the Homer Hour. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Will Summers is running the show at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Studios. We are in Madison at the UW bookstore, and so no matter where you're listening, just know if you have a student or a son or daughter at University of Wisconsin-Madison, if you're an IKEA family member, there is a new pickup point if you shop on the app or at the Oak Creek store, and students can pick up at the University bookstore as part of their partnership. So an IKEA pickup point here at the UW bookstore. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We just talked about coordinators and the importance of them for the upcoming year in this 8th season of Matt LaFleur. Kyle Wallace has put together a list, as we know that he and Elliott Wolf were in conversation to make him a part of the Green Bay Packers. The spot was filled, but he's here with us now, so let's put that general manager hat on. Kyle, what do you got for us for some coordinator options to replace Jeff Hafley?
Go ahead, hit it, Will. So, when we're looking at replacing Jeff Hafley, I'm going to give you all a top 5 list. Number 5, we're going to start with Raheem Morris. Why we go with Raheem Morris is because the guy has experience leading men. Now, what's interesting about him is he hasn't been a defensive coordinator much. He was a DC in Tampa just for 1 year, and then he was a DC in LA for a couple seasons before he got the job in Atlanta. When he was down it with the Rams, he did a pretty good job, but more importantly, he's friends with Matt LaFleur. So that's why he's number 5 with me, because if you're looking for somebody who can have chemistry, who's going to follow the lead of Matt LaFleur and has experience leading men, that is why Raheem Morris could be the guy at number 5. At number 4, the hometown kid, Jim Leonhard. Everybody wants to bring Jimmy Leonhard back to Wisconsin. Remember, he got offered a job a couple years ago before we hired Joe Barry, and what happened? Jim said, nah, I want to stay at the University of Wisconsin. His path took him in a different direction. Now he's with the Denver Broncos, and all he does is win, win, win. He won as a player. He won as a college coach. Now in the NFL, his team is one game away from winning a Super Bowl, and he is the pass game coordinator and assistant head coach in Denver. He is a guy that you must interview and let bygones be bygones and see if he could come back to Wisconsin. Now at number 3, this is one that's going to be tough. He's interviewing for head coaching jobs, but he's a free agent, and that's Brian Flores. If we can somehow find a way to bring him in. He won't be here for long because it seems like he goes somewhere for a couple years and dips out. But everything we know about Brian Flores is what? He knows how to run a defense. He had that
a lot of blitzing,
but he got that Minnesota Vikings team defensively to be 9-8 despite the terrible quarterback that they had in J.J. McCarthy. If he doesn't get a head coaching job, he is a guy you have to call because you know what? If you want to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years, he can give you a Super Bowl caliber defense. So he should be a guy that you call it. Number 2 on the list is a name some of you may remember because we played against this team the last 2 years. It's Jonathan Gannon. He just got fired as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, but before he went to the Cardinals, he led the Eagles defense to 70 sacks in the season, a top 10 rated total defense. The kid knows what to do when it comes to running the defense, and I would definitely say Jonathan Gannon should be a name that you look at. And again, head coaching experience. When you look at Raheem Morris, you look at Brian Flores.
Experience, but he ain't no leader of men.
He's a leader of men.
No.
Just because
that guy couldn't inspire the happiest person in the world.
He coached in the Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator. Listen, just because he didn't have a quarterback, he was trying to get his starting quarterback would rather play video games.
Videos of him addressing the team.
Yeah.
He coached.
I don't want that
How
anywhere
is he above
near.
Raheem Morris, Jim Leonard, and Brian Flores?
Because Raheem Morris has a lot of failures in the past, but he did coach well in L.A., and he also is friends with Matt LaFleur. I like Jonathan Gannon because the last time he was a defensive coordinator, he did a hell of a job with that Eagles defense. So he did a hell of a job with that Eagles defense. That's why I would bring in Jonathan Gannon.
You could have done a hell of a job with that Eagles defense.
Okay, sure. But
who's number 1?
But number 1 for me, I have been on this bandwagon for a while, and I'm not going to hop on. Mr. Al Harris, king of development. Al Harris was down with the Dallas Cowboys, and guess what? Trayvon Diggs was a stud corner. Deron Bland had all.
Trayvon Diggs has been cut.
I know he's been cut, but I
haven't updated.
Is Al Harris currently with the?
No, he's currently with the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna get to that. But when he was in Dallas, Trayvon Diggs was one of the best corners in the NFL. Deron Bland was one of the best corners in the NFL, forcing turnovers. And then all of a sudden, he goes to Chicago this last year, and voila, magically happens. Kevin Byard becomes an all-pro safety. When you look at that team, they forced a lot of different turnovers. They try to punch the ball out. That is all coached by Al Harris. Al Harris is a dog on the field. He's a great defensive mind, and he would definitely take what Jeff Hafley started and elevate that. He is primed and ready to go. That Bears defense sucked except for in one area. Turnovers. And guess who helped coach him with turnovers? The pass game coordinator with Al Harris. Al Harris will be a home run hit for the Green Bay Packers. Go and get that man. Give him an opportunity to lead a defense here in Green Bay. Bring him home to the place that he belongs. Al Harris is my number 1. So number 5, Raheem Morris. Number 4 is Jimmy Leonard. Number 3 is Brian Flores. Number 2 is Jonathan Gannon. And number 1 is the Al Harris. Dreadheads, no dreadheads well. And that dreadhead will be well. I don't even know if he still got dread. I think he cut his hair. But
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen
once having dreads,
once a dreadhead, always a dreadhead.
I'll tell you what I don't like.
All of it.
I don't like Jonathan Gannon. I don't need another stale mind in the room. I want a dude. If there's anything that Jeff Hafley should prove to us is that people respond to a leader of men, a dude who is
Jonathan
tough.
Gannon
he
is
ain't
the
that.
opposite.
He is not that. So I'm going to cross. But I like the list in general, Kyle. But I'm going to cross him off my list.
Let me add a Gannon thought here. Brian on the Carbless Talk text line. Gannon being a leader of men is like Brad's first attempt of doing the 414 hour at 4.
Oh, wow. That hurts. That cuts real deep.
But it's true.
But it might be true. I'm also going to I like the 4 other guys a lot. However, I'm also going to cross off Raheem Morris. I don't want a friend of Matt LaFleur's on the team. He doesn't need a friend on the team. He needs someone that's going to, as much as someone can push him, as much as someone can be a different voice, he needs that. It's way too comfortable.
No friends you right, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. So Jim Leonard, Brian Flores, Al Harris, love any of those hires. I'd be fine with Raheem Morris, but I don't want a friend on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Leonard, Brian Flores, Al Harris, sign me up, Kyle Wallace.
What say you, 800-990-3776 on the Cardinals Talk and text line.
They should have hired me. We would have won a Super Bowl by this time. Elliot Wolf, you messed up, man.
What would you say
but he
to
had
Matt
to leave.
LaFleur? You're Brian Gutekunst's right-hand man, and you have the opportunity to sit with Matt LaFleur. You say, Matt LaFleur?
I would say, Matt LaFleur, we need to find somebody that can lead this defense. We need to find somebody with an edge. We need to find somebody that's out there that's running around during the practices. Woo! Let's make plays, baby. Let's make smacking dudes on the butts.
Anthony Campanelli.
Well, Anthony Campanelli, what did he do? He went down to Jacksonville.
I know. We've heard.
And
you've talked about Anthony Campanelli.
Heck, if we could try to get him.
I would love Anthony
If they could poach him,
I know
why would
Kyle's
he leave?
brain almost better than Kyle's right now.
I would love Anthony Campanelli, but he's gone.
I do want to tie a bow to
Jaguars.
the national championship game last night because we did talk about year being in Madison and obviously Luke Fickell in year 4. What should we expect? Well, to sum it all up here, Indiana winning it all is about as unbelievable as Chef Ed going 15 for 15. Are you smarter than Ben Brust?
Yeah.
That's very
is
well
a miracle
put
story.
by Nick on the Carbless Talk and text line. We got Professor Big Daddy J.A. of John Anderson teaching down in Missouri, but a big-time ESPN fame. We all grew up watching him, and I'm curious to see his thoughts and opinions. I don't think we've talked to him since.
We have not, because he wasn't on last week.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
We'll hear from John Anderson a little bit, but we'll also hear from Will Summers on the Wheel of Will, then John Anderson. All next on Kyle Brust Nortman.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle Brust Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much softness in his heart for producers.
I lost the guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got some backups. Southbound 43 between Fond du Lac Avenue and the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, you're slowing down from about 20th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, we do have that crash off on the right shoulder right about at 26th Street. So watch out for some delays heading into that area from about 35th. Also some delays from 76th Street to Hawley Road. Delays on the bypass now slowing down from just south of Beloit Road down and around the Hale interchange all the way to Forest Home. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, chance for afternoon snow showers, a high of 25. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another 2-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks were able to hold on for a 112-110 win over the Hawks on MLK Day in Atlanta. The Bucks led by 21 in the third, fell briefly behind late, but closed it out in the final minute. Bobby Portis hit a go-ahead three with 54 seconds left, and Giannis Antetokounmpo sealed it with a steal and a layup. Here's head coach Doc Rivers after the game.
We got to do it. Can we do it 4 or 5 times in a row? One night, yeah, we're going to do it again. But, we haven't had any consistency to say that anything's long-term.
The Bucks snap a 3-game skid with the win and will host the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Heading to a Milwaukee Bucks game, make a bet at Potawatomi Sportsbook and catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum after you purchase a bet. You'll get a wristband at the betting counter upon request, and you need the wristband to board the shuttle. But don't worry about the parking. Just park at Potawatomi and then get on the shuttle. It's on a first-come, first-served basis. Pick up and drop off is at the annex next to the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Return shuttles are third quarter, run 1 hour after the game as well, nonstop. So get 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game on a shuttle. Enjoy some time after the game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It's an amazing place. Start the fun and end the fun on a shuttle and end up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their amazing sportsbook. Kyle, Brust Nortman with you live from the University Bookstore in Madison. IKEA's got a great partnership, man. We're sitting right by all this great stuff that you could have in your dorm room. And you didn't have access to this as quickly as you did back in our day. But if you're a parent, you can be an IKEA family member. You can go on IKEA's app and order some stuff for your kids who are students, and they can pick it up right here at the University Bookstore. What a great idea and what a great partnership. It's time now on Kyle, Brust, Nortman for the Wheel of Will Summers.
It's time for the
Wheel of Stro.
All right, fellas. I actually want to tie in.
Ooh, that energy's low.
That's just who he is.
All right. Bro, it's over.
dry.
The season's over. It's okay. Move on. Y'all got next year.
Let's talk about the Bears.
Bring the juice.
Kyle, I want to talk about you. I want to talk about your list. So what I did is I pulled a quote from every single person on your list, and I want you guys to blind rank them, depending on the color that we get from the wheel. Sound good?
All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Right. Good idea.
Better than Strofe already.
Yeah, here we go. Energy may suck, but not the ideas.
You got to put the wheel closer to the microphone, you dingus.
Sorry. All right, first one we got red. Here's the quote. Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? Do you have fire in your gut? Did you? We're here for a reason. I'm looking for killers.
We're starting
Is that Flores?
I can't tell you. You got to blind rank them.
I'm
we're ranking?
No, let's just guess who it is. We can't rank him. I ain't gonna remember all these.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Flores.
I'm going with Al Harris on that one.
Some killers
Yeah.
of the list that Kyle gave.
Brian sounds like a
Give me Raheem.
It is Jonathan Gannon.
Oh my boy! Okay.
You gotta find the quote
I couldn't replicate the way that he said it though. It was so awkward.
Can you find? Like, I would almost sacrifice the rest of this segment
My
to
boy.
hear Jonathan Gannon deliver that quote from an audio
Let's
standpoint.
He wants killers.
There's
I
think
want
he swears
killers.
in it. I got to edit it out.
All right, you'll bump back with it? Okay.
We'll bump back.
Isn't he the coach that talks about coaching Mike Vick?
I don't know. Oh, bad spin. It's broken.
Keep spinning.
Okay.
It's broken. It won't stop. All right. Purple. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Who said it?
Oh my
From
gosh,
Kyle's
that's
list.
profound.
That's probably Raheem Morris. Sounds, even keeled.
Yeah, it's Raheem.
Yeah, I'll go with Raheem, too.
It was Jim Leonard who said that quote.
Oh, I
Second
forgot.
choice.
That's pretty vanilla, too.
Second choice would be Jim Leonard.
Oh, for
All right,
two.
well, we're narrowing it down. So we have Al,
Flores, and Raheem.
Flores, Raheem. Okay, here we go. Just stop the wheel, man. You broke this thing.
Yeah, it just spins for all eternity.
All right, here we go. Blue, stats are for losers. We got to go out there and we got to make those splash plays. We like to call them mad plays. Make a difference plays. Who said it?
Ooh.
Al Harris.
I'm going to say
Mad plays
Flores.
make a difference. That's Al.
That's playmaking right there. That's a cornerback.
It does sound like I'm going to go Flores.
It was Raheem Morris who said that one.
Morris. Boy, we're
Wow,
bad
we
at
are
this. We're bad at this.
out.
All right, 50-50 shot.
You guys don't
But
know
we
your
like all the quotes.
I'm just going to do it for the sound because the wheel's broken.
That
All right.
sound is great.
Quote, when my sons give me a hug, they better punch at the ball. Who said it?
Al Harris.
Al.
Yeah,
Al
that's
Harris.
all Al Harris.
Al Harris.
Come on, it's Brian Flores.
Was it? Whoa, boy! I like all of them except for Jim Leonard. To be honest, what's the last one?
But we
Let's hear the last
completely
quote.
The last
missed
one,
on all of their
which,
personalities.
By process of elimination is Al Harris. He said, it's going to be cold. I got my hands on a couple of balls, and it's still a football. If you're playing to -30 or extreme heat, you know it's still football. Al Harris.
Al Harris. I like it. I like them all. I think, you know what?
Good tones.
GM Kyle knows how to find them. And Jim Leonard, honestly, he was the worst quote, but I know how good he is. He's quality.
All right, so here's what's going to happen.
Boy,
We're going to find Jonathan Gannon, and you're not going to play it in because I want to set it up for John Anderson to react to. Because if you can you read the Jonathan Gannon quote again, a potential
He wants killers.
It makes no sense. Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? Do you have fire in your gut? Did you? We're here for a reason. I'm looking for bleeping killers. That's what he said.
It makes no sense.
I can't wait to get the audio version with the bleep out of the swear. You work on that, Will, during the break, and we will welcome in John Anderson, Professor Big Daddy J.A., to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Gosh, I can't wait to hear Jonathan Gannon be so weird next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Love you.
What?
Love you.
Love you too.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
How can their roster building technique be a little more beneficial to them handling the highs and lows of games and of seasons?
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I'm not saying we need a bunch of 11th year veterans, but I do think that there is an immaturity to how this team handles themselves.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't miss a full day of nonstop basketball action at the Deer District Prep Showcase Saturday, January 24th at Fiserv Forum. See the next generation of stars as 12 elite high school boys basketball teams take over the court for 6 can't-miss games. Watch Slinger, Freedom, Arrowhead, West Dallas Central, Racine Lutheran, and more, all in one place. General admission is just $20, and that gets you access to all 6 games. Check the full schedule and grab your tickets now at FiservForum.com. Be there. Feel the energy. The Deer District Prep Showcase Saturday, January 24th.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know,
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust Nortman wrapping up our show, leading into the Homer Hour. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Will Summers is running the show. Excited to be joined now by Professor Big Daddy J.A. John Anderson of ESPN. Welcome into the show, John.
Hello, gentlemen. How are we?
We're doing great. Kyle Wallace, traded emails with Elliott Wolf. They filled a position back in the day where he wanted to join the Green Bay Packers, which gave us the opportunity to hear from Kyle Wallace for some replacements for Jeff Hafley. Number 2 on his list was Jonathan Gannon, the former head coach now of the Arizona Cardinals. We just went through an exercise where we had to figure out who said what quote. And I'll tell you what, the quote on paper sounded a lot better than the quote we're about to play for you.
Welcome back. Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? Did you have fire in your gut? Did you? We're here for a reason. Don't get that twisted, okay? We're here for a reason to win games. So if you didn't have that fire in your gut, you better light the fire pretty fast. Be who you are. Just understand, I'm looking for killers.
Are you motivated, wow, John Anderson, to have him replace Jeff Hafley?
Did you guys not hear? I didn't even open the door. I just ran right through the wall. I didn't even know where I was going. I didn't even know. I just was like, I'm going to tackle somebody right now.
The poor soul after that motivation you just got, that you just tackled in the University of Missouri's campus.
Yep, I just went out there and I'm like, I am going to go climb the columns just because I can. Yeah, I had seen that quote before where people are down on the guy. And, listen,
it's objectively funny.
It's hilarious.
It is
it's
interesting.
Objectively funny. I mean, but how many Bill Belichick press conferences did you sit through? And I don't know that he was entirely that much different with his team. Now, apparently he's charming he's apparently charming if you're a 24-year-old co-ed, but I don't know how he is with these guys. And so it takes all kinds, but I'm not sure that's what I would lead on my to say in the biz. I'm not sure that'd be the first thing on my reel if I was sending that out for a job.
Well, it's been a while since we've actually had a chance to talk to you. I don't think we talked to you after the playoff loss Obviously, LaFleur extended. Just give us the John Anderson 30,000-foot view to 5 feet view, however you want to look at things after what happened against the Bears.
Well, as I've told most everybody, I am emotionally unavailable to talk about both the Bears games, the last 2 Bear games. I still can't speak of them because I look at them and I just think you cannot lose either of those games, let alone one of them and then 2. And honestly, I felt in the immediate aftermath that the head coach should be replaced. And we are we are 10 days from it, more than that. And I think I feel the same way. I don't know that you can lose both those games and keep a job. The first one was horrible, and the second one was catastrophic. And that you allowed it to happen. And, right, we go back and reframe narratives all the time. And I think that's totally fine because now we have more information on which to go back and look at things that we didn't 5 or 6 years ago. And if I look at those things and what happened here, then you're like, oh, yeah. And we let Tom Brady throw a touchdown pass just before the end of the half of an NFC Championship game and lost that. And we lost a game on a playoff game, San Francisco on a punt, and a lot of other things. And I'm like, okay, how long do we want to live off our Cowboy win in the playoffs and let that be the one that's guided us for the last 2 years? And I go back and I think in the last 2 years, name me one game, we've talked about this before, name me one game in the last 2 years where they played 2 really good halves. And people kind of get, well, Washington and Detroit to start the season, I think. In both those, they left how many points out there? 10 or 12. And we all said that's going to bite them. And it did. And so I'm thinking that maybe we have seen the best that this coach has to offer. Cool. Well, if he stays, we know what it's going to be. We know we can make the 7th seed. Cool. That's a good floor to have. A lot of teams would kill for that. But I don't know that what's my ceiling that we haven't already seen it.
My follow-up to that, and I think many of our follow-ups would be, if not him, then who? Because I'm of the team of you. It's hard for me to think that the man leading the Green Bay Packers over 7 years is going to change who he is in year 8 and year 9. So in this coaching cycle, if not him, then who has been a big question.
Sure. And here's the thing: I am not an NFL GM. I am not a guy, so I do not know. I do not have like an athletic director or a good GM has. I do not have that little piece of paper in my desk with my 6 leading head coaching candidates I will call if something catastrophic happens to my coach, whether that be illness, injury, or losing to the Bears twice inexcusably. But I think there's probably somebody there that I'm willing to take a chance on if I do my diligence. And if it's bad, okay, I got rid of Ray Rhodes after 1 year when I realized this isn't going to be right, So I don't know who that would be. I get it. And anybody that says it's got to be Harbaugh, it's got to be Stefanski, it's got to be whomever, X, I don't have that answer. But I think if I'm the GM and I have to conduct that search, that I can do that. Or if I'm policy as the president, you're going to make the search, whoever it's going to be, that I think I can do that.
John,
and find a candidate.
John, did you feel this way when the Packers were heading into Denver about Matt LaFleur? 9-3-1.
I felt this way after the Bear loss, that you're like, how can you let that happen? Now, I will say this, in retrospect a little bit, the fact that they keep pulling this off is absurd. That they've not did it to us a couple of times. That they pulled that against the Rams to get overtime. Like, it's crazy. The Rams somehow managed to finish the job that we didn't, though. But yeah, I have. Listen, I have been suspect since you lost to the Browns, because the Browns loss is the same thing that we saw in all these other ones. Only it was the Browns. I think that if he had turned around when they beat the Bears the first time, okay, this is okay. He might be on his way to expecting better things. And the way it ended, the Baltimore loss at home, not just losing but just getting drubbed. Then you go back, right? The guy's lost 3 times at home in the last 3 years, right? There's a lot of shine to me that has come off him, and I don't know of any coach that has lost more people in his camp in 5 weeks than that guy did.
Yeah, it was a catastrophic 5 weeks.
After their game, everybody's on board. And now I think his public opinion approval rating is probably way, way down, and deservedly so.
What does Matt LaFleur have to do to earn back the trust of John Anderson?
Well, it won't happen It won't happen until next January.
So you have to see him win a big game in the playoffs. Maybe not even just one.
Gonna need something. So, don't know what you're up against. Yeah, you should probably go in. I'm going to need you to win a playoff game, and you never know if somebody turns into the 85 Bears and you get clocked in the division. Okay, that might be. We go look and go, that team is clearly a team that is to be reckoned with, and it's going to go down in the annals of the NFL. But right now, there's not a single team. Seattle's very good, but I don't know that they scare me. I don't think there's a single team in the NFC that they couldn't have played with, couldn't have beaten, and given the opportunity should beat. And they have, they've beat a lot of teams. Really, they've been great for 30 minutes.
Quickly, John, because I think Kyle,
the coach, right? He's one half. He's Jeff one half.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the first halfly.
One halfly.
I think Kyle, and one thing he brings up a lot is the Jordan Love MVP odds, the Super Bowl odds, what you felt when they were up at halftime against the Broncos. Micah Parsons goes down. You don't take any of that into account for LaFleur?
What I take into account is what happened after that, and he didn't keep his team together. There was adversity, and they spiraled and went completely out of control. And they lost their composure, and they didn't ever just go, okay, yeah, we lost the guy. We do that a lot. That happens in the NFL. How do we respond to that? And they responded horribly to that. So that's what I took away from that game.
Well, thankfully, I got an hour home for Homer Hour and John Anderson. Don't go anywhere. That's what you got. Homer Hour in 2 minutes.